Greetings, humans and fellow fairy creatures. We're back for more RADIATA stories, ROMARIA edition, or more commonly known and less formally known as ROMARIA stories. I've got a special guest with me today. It is none other than our good friend Ad from the RADIATA story stream that we did for the randomizer. How you doing, Ad?
Hello. I'm doing well, and happy to be back. Hope everybody else is doing well tonight.
Yeah. Good to see you, Daddy, and Catherine, and of course, Devin as well, who's in the background. He's gonna be our little Meiji
Yep.
in the background. Where we last left off. Oh, and you may notice I'm in my filthy human cosplay today. Yeah, I just felt like dressing up a little bit. Anyway, yeah. So where we last left off, we just completed our second night mission, and we're about to get fired from the Knights, but it's okay because we've got a new job waiting for us at Vancoor. But remember, we're playing as ROMARIA, so things are going to be a little bit different. Also, thank you, World's Best Dad, for the resub. Let's give him a shout out. Let's see. I think it's been so long since I put a shout out. There we go. They're last playing exclamation point. That is way cool. I always loved it whenever I shout someone out who doesn't stream, and it's just like a exclamation point or just like null, invalid, or something like that.
Yeah.
But you know, the shout out is there. World's Best Dad is a frequent flyer here, is a continued supporter of the channel, so they're a good friend. Anyway, do you have anything to add?
Not at the moment. Excited to be here. I'm a bit surprised to be here, but happy to be here. How do we sound to you guys right now? Because we were having like a lot of audio problems before the stream.
Yeah, in fact, we were kind of. We were contemplating not doing a collab stream after all. I know that we discussed it during ad stream on was it Thursday? Or was it Tuesday?
I think it was Tuesday.
It was Tuesday, you're right. Yeah, we're in talks of doing a collab stream on mine. I've been doing it on his, and we're doing our sound check, and then things just, we're acting weird, so we're just like, I don't know, maybe we just should just maybe I should just do a solo stream, but I think we figured out the issue is that whenever I'm both recording a VOD on OBS and streaming to add on Discord, that's where the issue lies, and I think it's also the source of the mic spike issue. So maybe this is just how it's gonna have to be from now on.
Yeah. So Henry wasn't able to share his screen with me without things getting really fucky, so I'm watching the stream instead of like watching on Discord, which means that I'm going to be lagging with like the visuals that I see. Like if Henry's about to die, I'll register that like 5 seconds too late to help him.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I don't think I have to really worry about dying at this point in time. It's not like we're at ethereal queen levels of, oh fuck, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah. I'm glad Ad is here, finally some good content. You shut your mouth. Don't make me expose you live on stream. Biscuit.
I'm flattered, but might be a little bit rude to your boyfriend.
It's okay. It's all banter.
Indeed.
You know,
Her passive boss can't die.
You know, it's kind of funny how like millennials and Gen Zs are like always like, they see like bumper stickers about like, oh, like I hate my wife and this and that, or like comics like boomer comics about like, oh, I hate my wife, or I'm trying to get away from my wife or my spouse or whatever, and they're like, why do boomers hate their spouses so much? I'm just like, as if you don't have like, just dark humor and light-hearted banter with people that you care about, like. Yeah. Complain about boomers making jokes about their spouse, but then like us millennials will be like, oh my god, I want to fucking kill myself.
Yeah. I mean, certainly some people who say they hate their spouses do actually hate their spouses, but there are a lot of people who just joke about it too.
Yeah. Dark humor, every generation has it.
Indeed.
Anyway, so, I know it's been not very long since I last talked to you, Anne, but how's everyone's week been? I know it's been, the last time I streamed was on Sunday, and it was a very short stream because I was getting frustrated with the game, and I just didn't think I could really put on an entertaining show, any longer. I lasted an hour and a half. But yeah, how have you been, Ed?
The game was one hell of a thing.
Oops. Uh-oh. Or past the sloth, can't I? Yeah. What flavor cider? I have the, it's apple and pineapple. It's a good week. I'm happy. I hope everyone's well. It's good.
Yeah, we're doing well. I'm a little bit tired today, but I'm having good spirits.
That sickness we all came down with, COVID. So you did have COVID? Oh, that's, I just got my COVID booster and my flu shot yesterday, and like, they told me that the flu shot wouldn't be as bad, but the COVID booster would be still kind of sore. And like, I don't know, it's not that bad. It's like a little bit tender, but it went away. Yeah.
Yeah, I also hope your baby is feeling better, Catherine.
Yeah. But I figured it's best to get ahead of the vaccines, because I've probably mentioned this before, but September and October are going to be really busy months for me work-wise, and it would be a real shame if I were to get sick.
Yep. Never a great time to get sick, but especially when you're busy and need to be doing a bunch of things and can't do them.
Yeah. COVID booster really do make your arm hurt though, for real. Yeah, I mean, I feel like since I get Remicade, like I get needles in my arm all the time. I'm just, my skin doesn't really care about needles anymore.
That's fair.
Still sick, but a little bit better. Yeah. Is it like cold-like symptoms, or? Anyway, I think it's about high time we did get started with the game. I do have the game all booted up, but I don't have it on screen.
Oh yeah, another difference about us streaming this way is so I'm watching on Twitch and in the call on Discord, and I have to mute the stream so that you don't like hear a nasty echo and stuff on stream. So this means that I am free of having to hear ROMARIA noises for like 2 hours,
Yeah.
3 hours.
I mean, to be fair, anybody could be free from hearing ROMARIA if they just mute the stream, but then they won't be able to hear my lovely voice.
Indeed. So I have the unique advantage of getting to hear your commentary, but not hearing ROMARIA.
Right? Yeah, you have Discord privileges.
Yep.
I think it's the fact that goes into the muscle instead of the veins. Yeah, that's true. I mean, a needle into the muscle never feels good. I'd be free of pain. Mostly cough and nasal congestion for him, but he did throw up a few times, so we actually took him to the doctor yesterday to rub off the... Oh, I see. Well, that's nasty. I mean, like, yeah, it's not fun. Throwing up is not fun.
Yeah, I'm glad he's a little better, and I'm glad it's COVID instead of something nastier. I mean, it's crazy to say I'm glad it's COVID, but you know, COVID is a lot more tame these days, so I'm glad it's working out okay.
All right. Does the is the game volume too loud or too quiet? Or is it about okay? I know I have to mine the I have to mine the volume of the game audio when I'm in battle, but there's not going to be a lot of battles really coming up. Let's take it up because we're about to witness a cutscene. So we're about to go out, and there's an emergency down in the basement. I know we're technically in the basement, but there's even a basement for the basement.
Yep.
In the basement. Sorry, go on?
I said we're going even deeper into lower levels of the basement.
Yeah. The 7th layer of hell. A double basement. Good and tight.
That was a cough, but thank you.
Oh, well, yeah, you know.
Same energy, I suppose.
Same energy. Yeah, a friend who would just be like, don't die.
If I was sneezing, it would sound like a thunderclap instead.
If I was sneezing, it would sound like an ass clap.
Good to know.
What's that? You shut up! I'm a dungeon jailer, damn you! What in the world happened to him? Why is he like this? I should check this out.
I gotta tell ya, it was a real handful getting him in there.
Screw you! Let me
Why
out
are
of
you
here!
like this?
Why are you the way that you are?
Why is anything the way it is? Why is anything the way that it is?
I don't know
What does it mean to be
really.
alive?
All of a sudden he went bonkers and started beating on
We're asking some deep questions to the dungeon jailers.
Exactly.
Are we really just
Suddenly,
specks of dust on a floating
I hate that
rock
snooty
in
little
the
nerd.
middle of
You can
space?
never tell what he's plotting.
You should get him to the infirmary.
Master Jack, you are surprisingly calm.
Hey, for high-flying knights like me.
I mean, I don't
this is
really know
good stuff.
how they think that he's supposed to react to something like that. Just be like, oh my god, we're all gonna die. He's got Algandars. We're all gonna get Algandars too.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everybody else in this scene is panicking, so it is
I'll be
noteworthy
darned
that
if
Jack
I can
isn't.
figure it.
Yeah,
I guess you'd have to ask him.
guess everyone just expects Jack to have a panic attack at
You
the drop
all
of a
need to be
hat.
taught a lesson. I'm not through with
Everybody
you
else
yet.
is having a panic
Let me
attack.
out of here.
What is wrong with this guy?
He was always a big yapper, but I ain't never seen him violent like this before.
So why now?
Beats me.
Hey, Patrick, you oversized cement head. Let me out of here.
He used to be as meek as a mouse with me, always following me around real quiet like. And you should see how strong he is now. We barely got him into the cell.
I hope you're ready, because I'm gonna shut that big mouth of yours for good.
We can't do anything with him.
You're gonna check your posture for free without plague pillars? That gets yeah.
You can stop.
Congratulations, you played yourself. You wasted 100 plague germs on something that I already did.
You know, I just felt like you earned those plague germs.
Give me all the germs.
You don't know Sir Dinas?
You must be Jack Russell, General Dinas of the Royal Run.
Here's your boy, or one of your boys.
Yeah, there he be.
General, so that means...
That's right. He's the big boss of all the knights.
He has quite the cheekbones.
He does.
Stand back.
Got the cheekbones, the wrinkles. He's a wary old man.
Huh? But sir.
Oh, goody. So it's going to be the General, is it? I hope you're ready, General.
He's really very dangerous, sir.
Ringos is not high enough level for this encounter.
Open the door.
I want to pause it when it gets to the point where he comes out.
Sir.
Because his face is just so priceless.
Big General's
That's
come
fair.
out to play. Patrick, unlock the door and get out of the way fast.
Here we go. Here he is. Big eyes.
Yeah, that's the face of somebody who has been doing some very hard drugs.
Head.
You know,
Whoa!
Is he dead?
No, he's just been knocked out. We need him alive to
I didn't
conduct
know
our
Dinah's
tests.
trained with the Olashiang monks to
Test?
just punch the shit out of people.
Yeah, right.
You mean this isn't the first time someone's gone nuts like this?
Ha, very astute, young man. Yes, this appears to be another case of the plague.
He never had Alcantars, just heroin.
We've received
Yeah,
numerous
pretty much.
reports of people suddenly turning violent. We're keeping
Got
a close
Narcan
eye on
and
the
no.
situation.
The plague? You mean a disease?
I mean,
caused this?
some of the other dungeon jailers have like alcohol problems and whatnot. I wouldn't put drug problems past one of the guards down here.
Yeah. I'd like to see the
Goodbye. I'll be seeing you again.
character models for some of the other prisoners that are here.
Yeah.
Obviously, they don't exist because you know there is none. But
Even if we could find them, they'd probably be like relatively generic-looking townsfolk as opposed to like
yeah.
actually
He's
designed
way too
characters.
cool. Except for the bald thing.
If he heard you say that, he'd knock your head off.
But I mean, in fairness, RADIATA is very good about distinguishing characters even when they're not in your party. Like the people who run the lotteries and stuff also have distinctive character designs. So there aren't, like, when you meet up with guards and stuff, they all use the same model, but most characters in the game have their own model, which is pretty impressive considering how many fucking characters there are in this game.
Yeah, I remember reading a review in one of the positive traits about this game that they said is like even the NPCs, save for like, you know, like male guard A or whatever, like the ones that guard the gates, like all of the NPCs are unique looking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Even though the
probably.
guards aren't unique looking, there are some like good guard moments across the story, like the gatekeeper from hell at Fort Valencia had some pretty funny moments.
Mm,
And I also like the gatekeeper that talks to you when you roll up to the castle with Parsec.
Mhm.
The gatekeeper talks about like how he has a family in Deshette, which sort of fleshes him out more as like his own character, and he wishes Jack good luck on the mission and whatnot. And I just thought that was a nice exchange.
yeah. I have to wonder though where his family lives because there's no human villages in Deshette. In
Yeah.
fact, Deshette that's the like fire region, right? Where there's all these like blood orcs and stuff and lava.
Correct. He just lives in the fucking volcano.
Right? It's like, oh yes, my family from Dechet. You know, the good, you know, the old country
Yeah.
of lava and fire.
Yeah. Maybe maybe he's been away from his home for like 20 years and he doesn't realize that his entire village is just dead at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. It was him. It was a him. Are those biscuits good, Devin? Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Lord Jasnet,
What's the
please
number?
try to stay calm.
Stay calm? How do I stay calm?
Two of them are for me.
My precious, precious Ridley. Those filthy orcs. I won't let them get away with this.
Yeah, sure, we can have them for
I've been
breakfast.
working my fingers to the bone, trying to encourage friendship
Biscuits
and
for
trade
breakfast.
with
Sounds
the
like a good plan.
non-humans. And this is the thanks I get. If it's not dwarves, then it's orcs. The fairy creatures grow more insolent by the day. All because I reached my hand out to them. They need to be taught a lesson.
I completely understand how you must feel. No one can question the enormous contribution you have
Since
made
there's no
to the
Romaria in this cutscene, I don't feel bad talking over it, but I think it's interesting, just like a little fun baking fact. Devin told me that, so like normally with most baking, you have to mix all the ingredients thoroughly, but with biscuits, that's the exception to the rule. You just kind of throw what you know about baking and mixing out the window, and apparently the like obviously you have to mix it enough that like the ingredients get incorporated, but you don't want to mix it too much.
Makes sense.
If I may make a suggestion, my lord, perhaps Ridley should be given her own brigade.
Make Ridley a captain?
Yes, then you can assign only the best, most trustworthy knights to her command. It would, I think, be far safer for her than continuing to serve in the Rose Cochon Brigade.
Brilliant, Lucian, of course.
Yeah, you kind of just mix them until they're like barely a mess, and then you fold them into the table before cutting them.
From your plan.
What's that, sir?
I know at the bakery that Devin used to work at, there was someone who was
What about
from
those
the
infernal
south,
half-wits in the Rose Cochon?
and
It was
they
their fault
said that they
my
were really
Ridley was
that
Why don't you have
the
Captain
biscuits
Guns
that
and the young trainee
he
discharged
made
from
were
the
like
ranks?
really good. So if a southerner is telling you you make good biscuits, that's the seal of approval.
They couldn't expect to get away with anything less. But wait, there's
Fair.
still a problem.
And that is?
Yeah, southern coworkers showed me how to make them.
You would never agree to it.
Let me
I
look
still
into
like the
that.
story that Devin
I'm sure
told me
there are
about
a
the
number of
French
suitable things
chef
to
that he
do.
worked with.
My lord.
I don't know if Devin wants to tell the story or if I should. But I'll let him make that
Lord
call.
Jasnet, what are you saying?
It was a rude. The one where you worked somewhere that with the
But you are cruel to make me repeat this.
maitre d'
when
was like
pains me
really
so
stuck up,
much to
and
say
the
it.
French chef was just like putting him in his
Very
place.
well. Once more then, the Rose Cochon Brigade must be
Awesome.
disbanded. I want Ridley
to the
reassigned
Maître d'.
and made captain
Or
of a
sorry,
new
to the French chef.
brigade.
Yeah.
As for Captain Gantz and the trainee Jack, they are to be dismissed at once. Is that clear enough?
I'm sorry Ridley was hurt, but the knights are under my command. By intervening, you are overstepping the
I love the
bounds of your
detail that
authority.
Jasnay has like the real
Overstepping
hands.
my authority? I am the
Really
Lord
hairy. He has like
Chamberlain.
Robin
I
Williams
have the right
hands.
to offer advice
Yeah, he's a
as
hairy
I
lad
see
under
fit.
that robe.
Mm-hmm.
I have received Gantz's report. I can find no fault in his judgment. With
It's a
what
good thing that
crime would
Ridley
you
takes
charge
after
them?
her mother.
They did all that they could to protect Ridley.
Wrigley
Surely
is
you
just like a
realize
gorilla
that, Lord
person.
Jasnet.
Everything they could? Is that supposed to be some kind of joke? Not only did Gantz fail in his duty, he put his entire command in grave danger.
All right, so the
I
story that
also
Devin is
understand
telling,
that the young trainee Jack has been
so the front of
insubordinate to his
house was being a
superiors.
prick, and the French chef was
And
like,
who of them
"Shut up!
have
You look like a hot
besmirched the
dog." In his
honor,
French accent, the
dignity,
front of
and
house guy
trust
was
of the
wearing a white
glorious
sweater,
RADIATA
red
Knights.
pants, and a yellow scarf or something.
It
He looked like a
grieves me
condiment.
deeply, but
He looked
we
like
have no
condiments.
choice.
If you were truly
Yeah, like I guess, yeah. So the like
you would give them a
the front of
chance to
house
restore
guy
that honor.
was like really full of himself.
To impose such severe punishment for a single mistake
He
is
seemed he was
unprecedented.
like acting like he was better than everyone
Gas
because
is the
like
son of Sir Gawain.
he.
Jack is
What
the son
exactly
of Sir
was it
Karen.
about him that he seemed to think
Those
that he was
men
better
were
than
two of
everybody
our
else?
finest knights. We cannot simply wipe out their names
And
with a single
the French chef
gesture.
was like, "Shut up! You look like a hot dog."
I did not realize you were so old-fashioned. Knights cannot ride on the coattails of their parents.
That's one way to shut up an
I did
asshole.
not
Just
expect to
tell
hear
them
that
that they
from
look
you.
like a hot dog.
Yeah.
Is there a problem?
In any case, I refuse.
You are aware, of course, that the dismissal of the knights in question is mandated by the Knights' Charter. Now, who was it who wrote the charter? Can you help me out here, Larks?
I did.
Oh, of course, I am sorry. I'm afraid that my memory just isn't what it used to be. So, Larks, do you really intend to waive the punishment that you yourself laid down in that document?
Very well, Lord Jesney. I will see
little
to it that the
kitchen
Royal
hospitality.
Cochon Brigade is disbanded as you have requested.
He was telling us that he can afford to eat
Excellent.
the food at that restaurant,
I'll let
which is
you
like
draw
so.
the orders. I'm
I
sure
could
you
too,
want
but
to
I'd rather
inform
eat something
brigade
other than the
yourself.
same food like 100 times a day.
Of course.
Fair.
Anyway, back to Romaria.
The real important character.
Yeah. Excuse me, she should have been the main character of this game, and now she is.
I don't know. I still think Radiant should have been the main character of this game.
If you were to swap out Jack's model with Radian, all hell would break loose because he is huge.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
What's
He
wrong?
wouldn't be able to fit through
You
the
look
front
as if
door.
your dog died.
He just, you try to get Radiant to walk through a door and he just like busts through it like the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh yeah!
Several violations of the Royal RADIATA Knights Charter. The brigade shall be disbanded as of tomorrow morning by order of Salute Locks, Commander-in-Chief.
They're disbanding us?
In addition, due to the aforementioned violations, the persons named below shall tomorrow morning be discharged from the RADIATA Knights.
When you work in a kitchen, food is part of the pay.
Discharged? You mean fired? They're firing us, but we didn't do anything wrong.
I mean, it's not so much that like you
We have to
were
leave
allowed to
tomorrow
eat the food,
morning,
it's just that
just
like he was
that?
bragging that he made
And their
enough money
only
that he could
explanation is this
afford
crappy piece of
to
paper? We have to complain.
eat it.
Raising a fuss will only
Yeah.
cause trouble for Lord
Um,
Locks.
Who cares about him?
I know that
Lord Locks tried to
chefs aren't
protect
supposed
us.
to eat the
He did
food, but
everything he
like
could to keep us in the Knights.
if they have
But
leftovers
his
that
hand was forced. He
no
had
one
no
ordered
choice but
or
to
like
get
somebody
rid of us.
ordered and changed their mind or
Do you
something,
understand?
are they
you say
allowed
so.
to take those home, or are restaurants still like very strict about that?
I guess it depends
I
on the
thought
place.
I would spend my whole life
Fair.
as a royal knight.
When my dad
I
was
just never imagined
in,
that
I
everything
think
would
college, he
end this
worked
way.
for a short time at
Oh,
a 7-Eleven.
Adele is going
And,
to be
um,
so mad when I get home.
They got to take home like some of the hot food, like the roller hot dogs and things like that. Like the pizza if there was extras at the end of the night.
A
So
theater
what they would do
Vancoor
was they would
recruitment flyer?
prepare more hot
Yes,
dogs and
Theatre
like
Vancoor is the
pizza and
warrior
stuff
guild.
than they
I
knew that they were
intend to
going
join.
to sell, so that they could
Join
take them
too,
home
Jack.
at the end of the night. And then of course corporate caught on to
I
that,
don't
and
know.
so they started
kinda
setting a
sudden.
limit to how many
The decision
like
is
hot dogs
yours,
they
of
can make a
course.
day.
It's up to you.
Lame.
I'm
Yeah.
going to leave the castle tonight. I don't want to linger.
It's like the roller hot dogs. They're like roller hot dogs from 7-Eleven. They're probably not even that healthy for you anyway.
This place looks really shady.
World's best dad says you're never allowed to eat the food, but all cooks eat the food. It's just the way. But yeah, I would have threatened to walk out on the guy trying to call me poor or whatever. Yeah, that is totally fair. World's best dad, have you been a cook before as well?
So I decided to come along. Go with the flow. That's what I say.
Jack,
I feel like smaller businesses are a little more lax.
Like a little
Just kind of like, yeah, like if, well,
You're gonna have a drink?
like
they'll
something
probably have
here
some
and there
kind
is
of entry
fine, but like
test.
obviously if you're
I'm a bit
making
nervous.
like
You don't need a
excess
drink.
amounts
Besides,
to
I'm
take
underage.
home, then there's a problem.
Jack,
Like if you're
I'm
making
sorry.
so much food that
Captain,
it's causing
wait up!
a net loss, then they're probably gonna notice and they're gonna do something about it. Kind of like with the hot dogs thing.
What do you think you're doing? Do you know who I am?
I don't want to hear it, Jarvis.
Oh, World's
Don't
best
come
dad
back
used to be a
until
sous
you're
chef.
sobered
That's cool.
up, you hear? Shove it!
Devin says, yeah, it depends on the place, but most people won't eat the leftover food that was left at a table for
Watch
any
it,
amount of
buddy.
time, but if something was
Hey,
messed
that's
up,
my
then it
captain you're
got
talking to.
put in the back to be picked
Ask
up.
me if I
That's
care,
fair.
shrimp.
What'd you say?
Jack, that's enough. We don't need any trouble.
Don't worry
That's
about
cool
me.
that you're allowed
I'll
to
make
make
sure I
whatever
go
you
easy
want,
on
Devin. You got creative freedom while you
what was
cook.
that? I'm going to chop you up like liver!
Hey, I'm ready if you are.
There was a place that I used to work for, and they kind of has a similar thing where if there was like leftover food, you could take it home. But then there was some guy who took advantage of it, and he like brought a bunch of hot dogs and like tried to sell them after the game, after the baseball game. And I don't know if he sold, maybe he wasn't selling the hot dogs. I think he was just kind of giving them away. He gave one to a homeless person, and then I guess the homeless person got sick and then sued the company, and so that's why they wouldn't let people take home food anymore.
Take that!
All right.
You're lucky I had them beers, or I'd kicked your...
Love Jarvis's flushed face. That's a separate skin, not a separate skin, but like it's like a transparency that goes over his regular model.
Yeah. Weird how that's
Just
programmed.
a big mouth wino. Captain?
Or maybe it's not weird. Maybe it's very common in game development. It strikes me as weird.
Yeah. Save.
Have a table in the back storage room for any pastries that are too small or didn't bake right. Last bakery you worked at, ate pastries all the time, had to test them. The person who came up with new items, awesome. Well, maybe not awesome that you're gonna die of high cholesterol someday, but yeah, otherwise kind of awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I miss when Devin would come up with bakery specials
Hey!
at his old job.
You even got to be on TV.
Yeah, he got to be on TV. He's a very creative baker.
Yep. I mean, technically he's on TV right now too.
Yeah.
Behind your chair.
Mhm. He's right there right now.
Yep.
And he's aggressively typing. Like, Jesus Christ, Evan.
Hey!
Hi.
Nothing that a few fresh grown clothes wouldn't battle.
Hi.
The mic didn't pick it up. Yeah, I know. I have
Hi.
I've got pretty good noise suppression. You know what you should do, Devin? You should scream a swear word. It probably won't pick up on the microphone.
I don't know about that one.
Just drop a big F-bomb.
We're in an ad break right now.
Yeah, that's fine. We're not really doing much right now. Ad break ends in 7 seconds, so.
There's 11 seconds for me.
Oh, really?
Yep.
R.I.P.
Yeah, no worries.
Hey! Well, here we are.
We'll be fine, Jack. Let's just stay loose.
Hey there. We're here to enlist.
And who are you?
I am Captain Gance Rothschild, formerly of the Rose
Gance is
Patrol
erect.
Brigade. This is my former subordinate, Master
He's erect
Jack
everywhere.
Russell. Today we retired from the Royal
Yep.
Knights and came directly here to apply to your organization.
Yeah? Okay, Tubbs. You're on the 3rd floor. The kid goes to the 2nd. Move it. You want to take the test, right?
Now?
We don't have time for hoity-toity night ceremonies here. Now get your fingers out of your noses and hop to it.
Yes, sir.
Gee, what happened to staying loose?
Oh yeah, Tubbs will be with Gerald, our second in command. You get Sergeant Caesar, Squirt.
What kind of outfit is this?
Second floor? Yeah.
Yep.
It's open.
Whoa. How did he know I was here? Yeah. Hi.
You are an applicant. What is your name?
I wish this
Jack Russell.
mod like
Very
replaced
well,
more
Jack.
characters with dark
I would
elves
like
as
to
well,
ask you a
like you
simple question.
walking on Caesar and it's
Why
just
do you
chat.
wish to join Theater
Yeah.
Vancoor?
Well,
Gives
I
you
got
the
fired from the
whole
Knights.
Q&A.
Yeah. So you wish to
Unusually
apply to
frank
Theater
young man.
Vancouver. Tell
Is he
me,
just a
are
fool,
you rich or
or is
poor?
there more to it?
do you make a good veggie soup or not?
Next question. Imagine this situation. You have been sent on a very dangerous mission, and you find yourself alone.
Okay, and we just missed it, but there's a sound effect that plays, and I'm not really sure what it's supposed to be. It sounds like a fart, but it's like after Jack answers that first question, it's like. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Since I can't hear the stream, I can't testify.
Oh, true. Well, anyway, so if you ever watch the cutscene where Jack's being interviewed by Caesar, after Jack answers the first question, there's like a very slight, like, it's very quiet, like, kind of squeaking noise, and I'm not sure if it's supposed to be, like, a fart or something.
I would hope not.
Wario fart fetish character.
The rest
No,
of your
thank
party
you.
lies dead. What do you do?
What do I do? I'm not really sure I get your point exactly. Huh.
That is the end of my test. Please proceed to Deputy Gerald's room on the 3rd floor. Jack,
Yeah?
all men must die.
Yeah, that's for sure. I guess. Gee, what kind of test was that?
Or Best Dad
shows
says,
no tenacity of purpose
working in
and
kitchens
exhibits
is
no
how
fear
being a
of
home
death.
chef and working in
An
a kitchen are
intriguing
two
young
different
man.
things. Yeah, they're definitely very different, but I mean, Devin seems to have enjoyed some of his kitchen jobs before. I don't know if working in a kitchen is always going to be horrible, but it sounds like you may not have had a great work environment, like a work culture around that kitchen that you were at.
Hey, you trying to kill me?
You managed to dodge. All right then. Let's continue.
Devin and I
Aren't you taking the
would
test?
watch
Oh yeah.
Kitchen Nightmares and Hotel Hell as like
You swinging that sword at me kind of knocked me off
a
track.
guilty pleasure, and
-3
the number
points.
of restaurant owners
You allowed
who
yourself to become
would be who,
flustered.
like they
During that
either
time, 3
have
of
never
your
worked in a
allies were
kitchen
slain.
before,
Therefore, -3
or like
points.
they think that
Oh, come on,
because
no way!
they're like I remember there's
There's
this
no
one
time
restaurant
for
where the
cowardice or
lady
incompetence.
would like sometimes cook dishes for like
Now, if you're ready,
church
we'll go
potlucks
to
and
the
stuff, and
training ground.
you know people at the
Today you get
potlucks like
special
you're
treatment.
cooking, so that she
If you
thought
can
that
beat me in
translated to, oh, I
combat,
should
you
open
will
up a
pass
restaurant.
the
It's just
test
like, no,
and
that's a
be able to
totally different
proceed.
animal.
You mean like a practical exam? All right, that's more like it.
You'd better be
Yeah,
sure
Devin
you're
says
ready.
it's hard to find places
won't
that
be
don't
holding
put a
back.
lot of strain on your mental health, but good places are out there. As for, I guess the kitchen environment does end up lending itself to like a negative work environment a lot of the time, but some businesses know how to do it right and be friendly.
It all comes down to management. People don't leave bad jobs; they
You
leave bad
didn't run away.
managers.
I'm impressed.
Yeah,
Generally.
Oh man,
yeah,
I
ain't
didn't
that
even
the
come
truth?
close to winning.
What did you expect, fool? I was a swordsman years before you were born. Now get on your feet. You have to go up to the 4th floor and see the boss.
Huh?
I like your guts, boy. You've passed. Now get moving.
Yes, sir.
I wish you luck striving
Looking more
for
like a soldier
greater
already.
heights, and
Thanks to me, of
I wish you
course.
luck job hunting for a job that
It's
gives
been a
you as
while
much
since we've had someone like
satisfaction
him
as
in the
your
guild.
old job before moving, Devin.
Yeah, I hope he finds it too. But I'm glad he's here too.
Gerald is quite a fighter, isn't he?
Oh yeah, I've never fought anyone who was that good before. I'm telling you, it was pretty wild.
You may be the one.
He's the chosen one.
We can use you.
Excellent! You won't
ROMARIA
regret
was the
this.
chosen
Wait
one
till
all
you see what
along.
I can do.
Do not misunderstand me, Jack. You are still very weak.
Huh?
You were defeated by Gerald, were you
Good
not?
job. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. I
Yeah,
agree.
but I'll beat him soon. Sure, he's better than me now, but just you wait.
Sometimes good jobs don't stay good either because like new
Impossible.
managers and new staff join, and then
Say
suddenly
what?
a good thing goes bad.
You lack real strength. Because
That
you
is
wield
true.
your sword only for yourself. Remember this. Only
Like,
those who fight
not
to protect
to
another
give too
are
much
able to
information
acquire
about my
true
job, but
strength.
like, no, it was
Fight to
pretty.
protect another, huh?
I mean, it still is pretty chill, but like every now and then there's been like
This completes the
just
test.
little
See Thanos at the first floor reception and he'll
changes in
explain our
like
procedures.
management or
Sure.
tiny little dramas that have just kind of made it annoying to deal with at times.
Yeah, that's fair.
So you passed.
Easy peasy.
You said you didn't want to
Tell me
say
now
too
you
much
came
about your
with
job, but
What?
Um,
No way. The captain
so I guess
didn't
I
make it?
probably shouldn't ask questions
Nope.
about it.
Oh,
I mean, it's like
Anyway, I guess you need to know where you're staying. Grab your stuff and follow me.
it's a job in concerts and stuff, and It's more just like you don't want people to triangulate and put pieces together and figure out where you work in online.
Where is it?
Right, fair enough.
Huh?
Tell them the truth about what you do.
Are you serious? This
I'm
is
an assassin.
Tomorrow you'll be assigned.
I always knew it.
Be at the guild first thing in the morning.
You're the one who gives the orders to the assassin.
Yeah, it is true.
The benefits aren't what I thought they'd be. Speaking of which, I wonder where the captain is.
Murder for hire.
Hey, Captain!
Master Jack, I was just resting here, enjoying the evening breeze.
Captain, I heard you didn't pass the test.
Ah, yes.
I don't know why, but this scene in particular just makes Romaria stick out more to me. Like, Romaria talking to Thanos, I'm like, okay, whatever. But Romaria being like, Captain, my beloved Captain. I'm just like, you're not Jack. What the hell are you doing here?
Right.
Did you?
But Devin does have a point. He gets a free house and he's like, oh, these benefits suck.
Well
Yep.
done, Master Jack.
What were you expecting? A mansion?
A job actually paying for your rent in this economy?
Yes.
Right?
What are you gonna do now?
Jack gets
Also,
a-
like,
I'll think of something.
I do find it funny because, you know, it is like a kind of shitty place. You know, it's just like one room, like under the bridge, whatnot, and there's like garbage all around it. But he gets an even shittier place if you join the non-human side. So.
Yeah. Like Jack's room in Fort Valencia doesn't even have a door, and he doesn't even have a proper bed. It's just a blanket on top of two wooden crates.
Yeah, Jack's got it rough, man.
Yeah. It's also like one of the reasons why I initially didn't really like the non-human path when I was first playing. Just because I don't know, it's like your Jack's room just didn't seem as cozy as it did back in RADIATA.
He left the castle sometime last night.
Father.
Several people love something their job in that industry and then 2 years later hate it. Yeah, that's true.
Why did you have the brigade disbanded? Why did you have those two fired?
That's why I don't do art as
What are you talking about?
like
Knights are Lord Locke's
I don't even do
responsibility.
commissions because
Who are you trying to please?
I mean I
Your
still
daughter
sometimes
or
have
yourself?
But my sweet,
problems with like motivation and all that stuff, and it can be
under your command.
stressful sometimes, even thinking like, oh man, like a friend's birthday's coming up and like I want to make something for them,
What's wrong,
but like I just don't have it in me.
Nothing.
But
I'm
when
fine,
you
I'm just
bring
feeling a
when you
little
bring
dizzy.
money and obligations like that into the mix, it just makes it even worse.
Yeah, it's weird and like a delicate balance because, like you don't want to bring yourself out on something that you're passionate about just because you have to do it for work, but like also you don't want to work at doing something that you don't enjoy whatsoever. Like they say to do what you love,
Where
but
am I?
it's just unfortunate and kind of counterintuitive that you try to do what you love and then you stop loving it.
Oh, right. This isn't the castle.
Yeah, I mean for my current job, I still
I've gotta
like
get
it,
to
and
Vancoor.
I feel like the indicator, at least for me, of a bad job or just like a bad relationship or bad friendship or bad anything in any aspect of your life is if you dread having to go to work, like you have a friend and you always dread hanging out with them, then that's a sure sign that something is wrong and something needs to change. Like I used to work a job that like they would call me on my days off to ask me to come in, and technically I didn't have to come in, but they would always guilt trip me and be like, well, come on, like and whenever I would see my phone ring, my phone would light up and I'd see that it was my work calling me, I just like my stomach would start to churn. It's like I would just I would dread going to work. I would always feel sick to my stomach when I saw that they were calling me. It's just like, bro, just leave me alone. It's my day off.
Yeah, yikes.
So I'm glad I'm not there anymore.
I'm also glad you're not there anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, Devin says, still loves cooking and baking even after 14 years. We love to see it. He loves cooking for work, cooks at home, just let him cook. let the man cook.
I'd always tell work that I was in another state if they were bugging me to come in again. I mean, that happened a couple times. Like one time I was in Michigan visiting Catherine, and they called me and they're like, could you come in today? I'm just like, I am several hundred miles away. So no.
Yeah.
But it would also kind of piss me off sometimes because I would specifically ask for days off because I had like a doctor's appointment or I just would go out of town to visit friends or family or whatever. And then they would still call me anyway, asking me to come in. I'm just like, I requested off for a fucking reason.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, some jobs and managers are just gonna be very pushy and try to squeeze as many hours every year as possible, even when you're supposed to be having time off. And other jobs, the problem is they won't give you enough hours.
Yeah, I know. Best scene.
The shrimp!
Pretty great.
The old wino!
The shrimp!
The old wino.
Wait, shrimps in chat.
First I'm stuck with the shrimp, and now this!
I knew I'd heard that name somewhere. The old wino! So I've got a wino
shit,
for
the shrimp!
boss.
Shit! Shut it! I'm the one who should be complaining.
Oh yeah? You weren't so grand when you were sitting in the gutter.
Shit! Damn kid's still got a big mouth.
This is one's my favorite though.
Come on, we're going to the training ground.
Shit one.
The training ground? Oh, that place. What? You want to go another round?
He doesn't actually say shit. It's him saying shut it, but I took out the middle part.
Yeah.
Shut up. Let's
I
go.
hate my job. I get the benefit that I'm allowed to bring my kids, but it's just such a shitty job for every other reason. Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
There was a period in time when, at my current job, I wasn't getting enough hours, and it was for the most bullshit reason ever. So they, I guess, decided, the owner of the place decided that there were too many people working, and you know, it was too expensive to pay us all. So they told us that we could only staff 5 people per day. It's like, okay, fine, whatever. One of my coworkers, who's not even a fucking manager, decided to take it upon herself to do the scheduling and decide who got to work what day. And we were technically all of us, there's like about maybe 9 or 10 of us, or maybe even more, but like we were all supposed to rotate evenly or equally. But basically she would let herself, her sister, and 2 of our other coworkers, one of them was our manager who she would give rides to. She would let all, yeah, wait, it was, yeah, 4 of them. She would let all 4 of them work every single day, but then would only leave like 1 slot for people to rotate. So then we would end up not being able to work as many days because she would just let 4 people work every single shift or every single day. And I kept telling her, like, that's not fair. You have to rotate everybody. She's like, but I have to work every show because I have to give, you know, our manager a ride. I'm like, okay, first of all, you don't have to give him a ride. And second, if he needs to be here every single, actually, no, it was 3 because our manager didn't count as like a slot. It's like, if you always need to give our manager a ride to work, then you need to work out some sort of arrangement where he gives you gas money or something. Like he reimburses you for the time and the gas that it takes for you to drop him off and then drive back home, because it's not fair to take it out on all the other workers and make it so that they're not even getting as many hours per week, because you decided that you, your sister, and our other co-worker are more entitled to have the hours than we are.
Yeah.
And I told her off, and we got into this fight, but it's just like, I'm not gonna take that bullshit. I've been working there longer than she has, and the only reason why she seemed to think that she was entitled to do the scheduling and be in charge of everything was because she was doing our boss a favor by giving him rides. But then they sorted things out. Like one of the owners, not the owners, but like his right hand person found out about the whole thing that was going on. Was like, oh, that's not fair. Like that's totally unacceptable. We're not gonna have you doing that. We're just going to dissolve the in-house staff and then just like sort of incorporate you into this like contracted company that like, or a company that we would contract. So we would still be working for the business, but we would just be working for a contracted company. So we'd get paid more, we get direct deposit now, and we get other benefits, and I guess the coworker who was, you know, making herself the boss of everybody, decided that she's like, oh, I don't want to work for that company because I have to wear a uniform. It's just like, okay, fine. Like, you don't want to get your hours? You don't want to, you want to get money? I think that's your loss.
Yep.
I don't know. It's like, I feel like if we were just friends regularly and we didn't have to work together, we would be fine. But it's just, you know, she would kind of make unnecessary drama, work-related drama.
Yeah. I mean, work can be an inherently stressful environment, so it can pit two people against each other who would otherwise be fine with each other. The joys of capitalism, baby.
Hey, I thought you ran away.
Listen up, kid. I wasn't in the best shape that last time. You saw maybe 20% of what I'm capable of. So why don't you clam up and listen?
We used to work at Chipotle, and he told me about the story where his boss at the time just lost her shit. Everyone told everyone to go home as soon as they closed up, dumped all the cleaning supplies on the floor and counters, and dumped trash bins everywhere. Stole the money from the safe and then just disappeared to another state. God damn.
This is the
a wild story.
I don't think we've ever had anything like that happen.
There
But
were only two of us, but hey, you two are going to fight it out to see who
yeah, like
gets to
as a
be corporal from
person,
now on.
I
Will
liked
you
that
stand,
coworker,
or will you be
but as a
mere
coworker,
fight?
she was
This
kind
is
of
the battle to
insufferable.
determine your fate.
I get that.
Now, soldiers, fight!
Same difference, but
And she
whatever.
would just kind of have an attitude about certain things, like one of the things was that, like,
I'm Jack. Jarvis says we have to fight.
Hey, that's Sergeant Jarvis to you.
I remember when
buddy.
she was
keep it
first
friendly,
hired.
okay?
This was during COVID, and we had to do like the vaccine checks, and we had to do it outside. And it was cold outside,
Calm
so
down,
we all
little
had
guy.
to,
Besides, there's no way you can beat me.
Hey, are you
like, you know, you had to kind of dress for the weather.
If you
So
make
I would
fun
always
of me,
wear like
you'll be
long underwear,
sorry.
winter coat, all those layers.
Really? You'll get
And I
mad?
didn't want
That I wanna see.
any one person to be stuck outside for the entire shift. So I was like, well, we need to rotate people. Like, you know, like each person spends like 15 to 20 minutes outside. But she refused to be one of the people who had to go outside because she was wearing her skinny jeans and she would dress up all like, you know, fashionable and stuff. And she's just like, oh, but I'm not dressed for it. It's just like, okay, well then start dressing for the weather. Like, you're at work. This is a job. This isn't a runway fashion show. Like, get yourself a winter coat. I know y'all live you've been living we've been all living in the same city with the same type of winter weather. You have no excuse for not resting properly.
Yeah, that's fair.
Stop trying to shirk responsibility of doing your time outdoors because, you know, you don't want to you don't want to be cold for 20 minutes. And that was also kind of another thing about she didn't want to work for the company that we all like kind of joined up with after they dissolved in-house, because the company has to wear like a work polo, and she doesn't want to wear a work polo. She don't know, she wants to wear her, like, you know, her pretty tops and blouses and stuff, and it's just like, well, I mean, get over it. Like, this isn't a fashion show, this is a job.
Yeah. I understand wanting to wear certain things and not wanting to wear a uniform and whatnot, but I know it is what it is. If that's what the work entails, that's what you gotta do.
And specifically for the job that we do, it's very important that we're identifiable.
Yeah.
You know?
And like, you don't show up to a construction job and be like, I don't want to wear a construction hat, it doesn't go with my hair. Like, what the fuck?
Exactly. Kind of unrelated, but it reminds me of this, so you guys remember that, that cruise that I went on, that heavy metal cruise? I got to go on it for free because I was, volunteering to help build the stage. And, most of us, you know, we were wearing, like, work boots, and we had, like, the work gloves and, high-vis, attire. And there was this one lady who was working with us. She shows up with these long acrylic nails, and she was having a really hard time doing, like, manual labor because of her nails. And then she ended up not even really, she was mostly just kind of sitting back, not really doing anything. She would, like, most of the time when I would, like, find her, she would be smoking or eating the food that, like, we all got to eat, like the craft services, but catering. We got catering, so it's just like, and I guess apparently she was like the wife of one of the guys who was on the build team. So she got in that way, but just like, okay, so you're on this cruise for free, in exchange for, you know, volunteer work, but you're just gonna kind of complain that, you know, you don't have the right hands, you know, you don't have the right nails to do the type of work that we're doing, and then so you're just gonna sit around and do fuck all. Like, if your husband has worked this job before, then he must have told you that wearing acrylic nails to a job like that is not going to be a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, I understand nails a little more than, like, clothing, because you're expected to change your clothing, like, every day, and if you're told to wear certain things, then you wear those things, but, like, I know if you get your nails done, then it's hard to just be like, okay, I'm gonna revert my nails. I mean, I don't know much about manicures, but
well, the thing is she was wearing acrylic nails, so they're the plastic ones that you stick on with, like, glue. So it's like she made a conscious choice to stick those on and then go to work at a construction site.
Okay, yeah, that's weird.
I think eventually she did end up, like, taking the nails off, but even still, she was just kind of sitting around doing fuck all.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure who Devin's talking about. I guess the coworker you were complaining about, but when Devin met her, she was questioning him.
Oh, Devin's referring to the coworker who, the one who was, like, you know, Miss Boss Lady.
Yeah. she wanted to make sure that he had good intentions towards you, despite Devin knowing you longer than her.
Yeah. The intentions are to get on that free cruise. Right. Yeah.
Wow, you're really
It's
bad.
just like, I get that this is like a volunteer, not the job that I work for money, but like the cruise thing. It's just like, I get this is like a volunteer gig, but also like you are getting to go on this cruise for free with concerts and island excursions and all that.
Hey, listen. Why don't you let
So
me
you should at least take it like a little bit seriously. It's like when I used to manage a department at an anime convention. Like, you know, there are people who, you know, like everybody who works as volunteers, even the managers. But the perk that we get as volunteers is we get a free hotel room, free food, and like it's like actual hot food that's prepared every day. And obviously admission to the convention itself.
This is a deadly business we're in. We have to be
And
able
like
to
there's like a decent amount of people who are just like, yeah, they get like that's the trade-off, and you know they have to do at least 24 volunteer hours for the 4 days that we were at the convention. And they're fine with that, but then you get like the people who like you assign them like a 6-hour shift each day, and then they're just like, but I want to go explore the convention. It's just like, you do realize that you're getting a free hotel room, free food, and free admission, right? Like it's contributing 6 hours of work for 4 days is not a huge ask.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Obviously, you want to go explore the convention, but you just gotta put it into perspective. Okay, yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, but Devin pointed out Romaria has been floating again in a few of these cutscenes.
Oh, and there's the
oh
no, cutscene face removal.
Oh god, what the fuck?
Yeah, so James was saying that for some reason, Romaria's face still disconnects from her face. Or sorry, her face is, sorry, that was redundant. Her face disconnects from her head in the tutorials, and he still hasn't figured out how to fix that. He's fixed it for the cutscenes and everything else, but for this, he still hasn't been able to solve the puzzle.
So, like, if you were able to manipulate a free camera right now and rotate her model, would she just be like some horrifying faceless abomination?
Yeah. Well, so basically, we're gonna see Romaria in a second. There we go. She's just a neck with floating hair, and then her face is off to the side, but we don't see it in the bus stop.
All right.
But yeah.
Amazing.
But yeah, like going back to what Devin's saying, it's just like the pay is a free cruise ticket, which is, I wouldn't say hundreds of or thousands of well, it's oh sorry, I thought you said hundreds of thousands, of like not that much, but it's definitely in the 1,000 range, like 1,000 to 3,000. But and we really only had to do 2 nights of work, so like that is a steal.
Oh yeah.
And then of course for the convention, it's about like 70, I think it was like $75 for a weekend pass, but then when you factor in like the hotel, that's like a couple $100 a night, and then of course food, that's an expense too.
Yeah. God, the bus stop is even worse when she's using like the idle animation. It looks like her hair is breathing.
It does. Like, I don't like doing work in exchange for a service or item, but I do that. Yeah. I would be an indentured servitude for a cruise ship if I got to go on free vacations, basically.
Yeah. Not only do you get to go on a cruise, but you also get to listen to metal bands. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Just take a moment to appreciate Romaria's idle animation.
Yeah, that is some kind of fucking abomination.
first is. Jarvis is gonna tell us stuff that we already know. I like how if you do New Game Plus, Jarvis doesn't even give you the opportunity to learn this stuff. He just kind of like, hey, you know what? I don't really feel like teaching you this stuff today. I'm gonna go have a drink.
Yeah.
And then he just gives
it. Sorry, go. Yeah.
I'm done.
I like the difference between New Game Plus Gans and New Game Plus Jarvis. New Game Plus Gans is like, oh, you already know all this stuff, Jack. Well, you will be a fine and promising soldier. You'll be a fine and promising knight, to be sure. Congratulations on already having all this knowledge. And then Jarvis is just like, fuck you, I'm gonna go drink.
Jarvis is the English teacher that you had who's just like, I'm too hungover to even talk to you about philosophy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put on a YouTube video and then sit in the back of the classroom and sleep.
Yeah, that was a guitar teacher I had in high school. He just would show up to class high a lot of the time.
Hey, I don't need to learn anything from you. I hate babysitting rookies. And so, you know, this is excellent. Well, you will go on to do good things, Jarvis. Well, I hope you know this because I don't give a shit.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, did you ever take any music classes where you had to do like a hearing test where like the teacher would play notes and you're supposed to like identify which they were?
No, nothing like that. I had a music teacher in elementary school who would get really frustrated with us because we didn't sing the way the children's choir on the music track that he was playing sung. And it's just like, well, they're probably like professionally trained children's choir members. We were just a bunch of elementary school kids. And also they probably auto-tuned that like at least a little bit. There's definitely some mixing going on to make them sound better in the recording.
I had music classes where like the teacher would play notes on a piano and you had to like write down what you thought the note was, and there was a hearing test. But so my guitar teacher, the one who would just show up high all the time, he'd be like, okay, we're gonna do a hearing test. Tell me, or you know, write down what note you think this is. And he'd like play a note, and we'd write it down. He'd play another note, we write it down. And then he'd just start playing a whole fucking song on the piano. He just stopped caring about doing the test. We were just jamming out. We were just awkwardly watching it. We were like, okay, sure.
He's like Lisa Simpson jamming out on her saxophone in the intro to Simpsons.
Yeah. He was high as a kite and did not give a shit.
Yeah, I don't even think for the schools that I went to, did we ever have a guitar class. I took orchestra when I was in 5th and 6th grade. And orchestra was for the string instruments, and then there was band for the wind instruments. And of course I was in orchestra because I played violin, but I was only in it for 2 years. But I don't think there was any option to play guitar, even among the string instruments.
I did a band class. I don't know if I've told you this story before, but I did a band class and I'd already been taking some guitar lessons like outside of school. So once I started going into band class, I was like, hey, is there any chance I could play guitar, like a electric guitar or something? Is there that in the band? And my music teacher, my band teacher, he wasn't like high all the time like my guitar teacher, but he was just like a really big asshole for no reason. He just like hated 80% of the students. So I was like, hey, is there a guitar? And he's like, nope, but you can go play this thing that just sounds like fart noises all the time. Okay, great. And then Yeah, he would just like single me out and hate on me in like every class. I was like, I'm trying my best and I don't understand wind instruments. I have no training with this.
Yeah, I feel like arts teachers are either super chill or super stuck up, but there's never any in between.
Yeah, only the Chads get to play guitar, and I was not a Chad according to my teacher.
I think generally, I feel like it's the performing art teachers who are usually stuck up, and then it's like the visual arts teachers that are pretty chill.
Yeah,
like drawing and painting, ceramics, design, like they were all pretty chill. But like the theater teacher and the orchestra teacher, like they just had a really high opinion of themselves.
Yeah, and then you have like this really stuck up music teacher, and then your art teacher is just like Bob Ross.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I know that the theater teachers were the worst when it came to favoritism. Like they would automatically favor you if you participated in the theater productions that they did at the school.
Mm-hmm.
I still... Oh, go on.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I still actually remember this one story from when I was in community college. I was in an acting class, and I got along with the teacher for most of the semester, but something that he did at the end of the semester really pissed me off. And what happened was, so at that school, they would do all of the finals for each subject on the same day, like, and around at the same time. So like all math finals would be like on one day, all science finals would be on like another day at a certain time, and then all the arts finals would be, yeah, douches. All the arts finals were on like a certain day and usually overlapped. So I was taking a design class and an acting class, and my finals for those two classes overlapped. The acting final, me and my group had to present a skit that we had been working on, and then for my design final, we had to get critiqued for a piece that we had been working on, and we had to physically be there for that final. It wasn't something that we could just like send to the testing center and do later. So, I told my I told my acting teacher the situation. I was just like, hey, like there's a bit of a conflict with two of my finals, this one and my design one, because I have to be there for my critique. Is there any way that like you can let my group go like first or second or whatever and like let me leave class after I'm done? And he's like, no, you have to stay for the entire class because you have to watch everybody else's, and it's only fair. It's like, okay, like, it sucks, but I guess you're only being fair. But I also did get my design teacher to email him to vouch for me so that he knows that I'm not just bullshitting to, get out of the final. Like, he knows that my design teacher is expecting me, but it's like he still wouldn't let me go. It's like, okay, it sucks, but I guess I'll just have to take the L.
Yeah.
Before our acting final, we're sitting outside the classroom waiting to be let in. One of the girls in my acting class, who I think was like involved in his theater productions, was like, I overheard her talking to her friends saying like, oh yeah, like Mr. Long, whatever, he's letting me leave after we present our skit because I have a chemistry final to go to. And I'm just like, are you fucking serious? You could make up a chemistry final at the testing center. I have to be there for my design final. So like, forget about this like, oh, I'm just being fair, everybody has to stay and watch everyone else's skit. That is blatant favoritism. So fuck that guy.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Anyway, little rant aside, I'm gonna read chat. I'm gonna read my band quest standard instruments, which harmonic and flute, but the rich kids got other stuff. I don't know how how does a 10-year-old know what a bassoon is? Or the French horn? I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know what's in the water tonight, but we've been doing like a lot more ranting and chatting than usual.
Yeah, I think it's because I already know what I'm doing in this anyway, and I don't need you to guide me. But
yeah.
You know, it's just, you know, it's a day for us to relax, play RADIATA stories, and talk about life.
Yeah. I'm just along for the ride. I'm at the mission control, helping along this time.
Yeah. The bassoon makes us angry. It is the bassoon. Yeah. There was one acting teacher that I had at a different community college, who was actually like a really cool guy. And there is a piece of advice that I remember he gave us that it still sticks with me more and more, because he's talking about, like, if you're ever going into an acting career, if you're ever going into an acting career, and you're auditioning, you're going to get more rejections than you are going to get acceptance, and that's just kind of a fact of life. You're going to fail more times than you succeed.
Yeah.
But the key is to just keep on trying.
Yeah, for sure. Finn's in the room with me, and he's really, really tired. So he keeps hearing other dogs in the neighborhood barking. So he naturally wants to bark back at them, but he's also just really tired. So he just keeps like half-heartedly woofing back at them, just lying down.
Yeah. I love when dogs do that half-hearted, like,
yeah.
They know they're not supposed to bark. But
yeah,
it's
like
guttural.
that video, don't woof.
Yeah. My dog would be like that, because my mom, like, he would bark at squirrels and stuff in the morning, and sometimes I'd hear him like going, "Woo!" and my mom's like, "Shh, that's quiet." And so he knew that, well, we didn't like him barking at things. So sometimes he'd be like,
like, I wish I could bark, but I know I'm not allowed to right now.
Yeah, better out than in, I guess. But I have to talk to Jarvis, I think. Getting ahead of myself. I was gonna go talk to Romaria, but we have a oh, he's passed out. Anyway, buzz off, okay? I don't feel like talking to no one. You're just hungover. Wake up. Alright, that's why I went into my house. I have to sleep. But yeah, that acting teacher was, he was actually pretty nice. I remember, sometime in the middle of the semester, my uncle passed away, so I emailed all my professors to let them know that I was going to be out of town for a week for the funeral and stuff. And I think he was like the only professor that got back to me who actually said, like, sorry for your loss, and I think he said something about, like, if you need someone to talk to, oh, you know, I'm here. Yeah, but everyone else was just kind of like, yeah, whatever. And, like, I wasn't all that broken up about my uncle dying, but it meant a lot that he at least said that.
Yeah, because like in your email notifying them of that, it's not like you specifically said, like, oh, don't worry, I'm not attached to my uncle. So for all they know, it could be like a really significant loss in your family that, like, matters a lot to you, and you're the only one who bothered to care about it.
Oh, I have to talk to him.
Huh? Hey.
I know that I thought that the Crocagator mission was first. Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Good. We're all here. Now, listen up while I explain our next mission. The request comes from Anastasia of the Olashian Order.
Oh, I can't wait to see Romaria's expression change.
You mean
For what skiing?
So when Jarvis and Jack are like, "Oh, Daniel, like, you know a lot about this stuff, huh? And like you're gonna be a lot of help on this mission." And Daniel like freaks out. He's like, "No way!" If you look at Jack, or Romaria in this case, her expression is going to change from like smiling to like surprised.
Right.
Exactly. Apparently,
Yeah, that
the
should be
market
fun.
for crocodile hides is booming.
Huh? Why's that?
You tell me, kid. Why would anyone want a crocodile hide?
They use it to make fashionable bags. They're very popular with the wealthy ladies.
Ah, is that right?
You know about this stuff?
That's good. We could really use your know-how on this.
Oh, here it
job,
comes.
Daniel.
No way! I'm sorry.
It wasn't that big of an expression
going on
change.
this mission.
It's more dramatic, or more apparent with
In this squad, you follow my
Jack.
orders.
He goes from like his
What's the
smiley
problem,
face to like
Daniel?
surprised.
I don't care what you say.
Surprise
I'm not
Pikachu.
going on this
Surprise
mission.
Pikachu.
I've always loved animals. When I was younger, I wanted to be a veterinarian when I grew up.
I feel like there's a meme that I made of that moment.
I can't even bear to think about it.
Daniel, wait!
It's no use, Sarge. If he says he won't do a mission, he just isn't gonna do
Yeah, I
it.
found it.
But who the heck is this Isabella?
Alright, I'm just gonna image over to this. Wow, you have a lot of knowledge about about crocodile. You have a lot of knowledge about crocodilators, Daniel. That will really help us on this mission. No way!
You're scarily good at finding posts whenever you want to
It's me.
reference them. You must tag your
All right,
stuff very
looks like it's
precisely.
just the
Well, I
two
had
of
that
us
in a
then.
folder of RADIATA
Yeah,
edits.
come on.
Oh, okay,
Let's go.
gotcha.
But I do have a tagging system. Especially on
By
Funky
the way,
RADIATA
Sarge,
stories.
Where are we supposed to find
Yeah.
a propagator?
They apparently live in the Elflands.
The Elflands. I've had some bad times up there.
Mario doesn't want to go to the elf region.
He hates the elf.
And unfortunately, we do have to go there without warping.
Yeah, you have to do this the old-fashioned way and unlock warping at the end of the mission.
Yep. I have to go out the Blue Town exit, right? To
Yeah,
get to
you
the elf region.
have to pass through the tree region.
I mean, technically I could go out at Lupus Gate, I just have to make a long detour through the mines.
Yeah, you could argue that going out the Blacktown exit would be just as efficient, but you don't have, because you're not a knight anymore, you don't have permission to go through Fort Valencia, so they're just gonna force you to go the Tria route.
Two of my fencing friends got engaged. The girlfriend proposed to the boyfriend with the sword. Here's my proposal sword, Henry. I already paid for a ring. You want me to pay for a sword now?
You paid for a ring? Is there a major update I haven't heard about?
No, not really.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, yes and no. You know. The only surprise is what the ring's gonna look like. But we've already discussed it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And he took out a loan for his, for mine, I guess I should say. But we're not gonna make it official until next year.
Oh, congratulations anyway.
Yeah. Slight spoiler alert.
Yep.
It's gonna be a
Give
ring
your
pop.
ring.
Yeah, no, wait till you see, Devin. I got a glow-in-the-dark spider ring. It's a little unconventional. Because it's like with like opposite sex relationships, it's like the man who proposes to the woman, but and when it's like same sex, it's kind of like, well, who does the proposing?
Yeah.
Where's the surprise? So the surprise is going to be what the ring looks like, and not so much what the question's gonna be.
Yeah, you just like arm wrestle each other or something, and the winner proposes.
Yeah. Audio. I'm just gonna turn down the volume really quick because, unfortunately, she's very loud. The top does the proposing, of course. Yeah, but that doesn't really work because neither of us are top nor bottom.
Oh, there you go. Well, I mean,
you have to take turns.
Devin's the stronger one of the two of you, so I guess you know, he does his weights and his fencing and whatnot.
The top does well, that's what we're gonna do ultimately. But if Devin gets a sword, then what do I get? What do I get? Like a fancy gaming chair or something? What do I get? Devin gets an item.
I think at least on my end, your mic may have cut out. I'm not sure.
Let me check really quick.
I don't know. Maybe you just didn't finish the sentence, but
maybe I didn't. I can see that my thing moving on Discord.
Okay.
Like the green ring. So it might have just been like a little hiccup, or I just stopped talking for a second there.
Fair enough.
A shield to a sword. Yeah. I've always seen those master swords and like Hylian shields at conventions that you can just buy. And it's cool, but like, what would I do with it? I can't use it. I could display it in my house, but like, I never have guests.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like displaying things is as much for yourself as it is for like guests. Like, I do not have displays in my room set up all that well. I'll be the first to admit. There's a lot of like reorganizing and stuff I could do in my room, but you know, I have some figures on display and whatnot, and yes, I do have guests over, but also I just like looking at them. I just like that they're there. They make me happy.
I have a shit ton of posters in our room.
Awesome. If I was breaking into someone's house and they ripped a full tang master sword and Hylian shield off the wall, I'd be afraid.
Yeah, but the thing about those swords, I mean, I guess it might hurt to like get bludgeoned with, but they're not sharp.
Yeah. But you know, it's about the intimidation factor. Like, is it more effective in taking out a burglar than like a Glock? No, but it sends a message.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Devin's...
You're ready to roll up on them with a master sword and a Hylian shield.
To be fair, Devin's fencing sword also isn't sharp, for like it's that way on purpose. Like, you're not supposed to really hurt your opponent, but it does hurt to be hit with it. It's very blunt.
For sure. Probably only get one good hit before the Master Sword breaks. What is this, Breath of the Wild?
You get it. Oh, for fuck's sake, Jarvis. I'm just gonna help him with, or he's gonna help me.
I can't see his HP because your face cam's in the way and whatnot. But was he getting fucked up?
Yeah, he was getting, his HP was blinking.
Gotcha.
So he was getting pretty low. So many bruises, yeah. So it definitely does hurt to be hit with one. Why does the Master Sword run out of energy in Breath of the Wild anyway? Like, his sword, does it suck in sharp edges? I don't know. I mean, like, the whole weapons durability thing, I feel like it's like kind of a new thing, and I don't like it in games.
Yeah, I think we're in an ad break again now.
Yeah. You had weapons durability in, like, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask to an extent.
Yeah, like the Deku shield burning up and stuff like that.
Sort of, but also with, like, the big Goron sword, but, like, that was a sword that, like, yeah, eventually it would break, but, like, it would eventually be replaced with a much more powerful, totally durable weapon instead.
Right.
Same thing with, like, the Gilded Sword in Majora's Mask.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like how, in Skyward Sword, they made the shield have, like, a durability limit. Even like the Hylian shield or whatever, like, it wasn't just like, oh, if it catches on fire, it's wasted.
Yeah, the Master Sword running out of energy is kind of bullshit in terms of lore and whatnot. Like, I get that it's a magical sword, and I guess it can be depleted of its magic or something, but, like, it's the Master Sword. It's not supposed to hit, like, two, what are they called? It's not supposed to, like, hit two moblins, and then it's like, sorry, you are out of, evil slaying for the day. It's like, it's supposed to be the weapon that defeats Ganon, and, like, I understand the gameplay reasoning is just because if you didn't run out of energy on the Master Sword, then you wouldn't be forced to, like, use the weapon system and experiment, and you wouldn't be forced to deal with the durability mechanic at all, but, like, yeah, the durability mechanic was just not necessarily a fun idea in the first place, in my opinion, and the Master Sword being subject to that durability is just bullshit.
Yeah. Also, it's total bullshit that I got ambushed by this wolf.
Yep.
I'll just let Jarvis handle it. He's got it. He's a big boy.
Yeah, you gotta buy him a drink for his services.
No, he can buy his own drink.
Just gotta let him do all the fighting, make him buy his own drinks. He can get fucked.
Yeah. He's a big guy. I'm just gonna make a pit stop. I'm gonna make a pit stop in Forest Metropolis really quick, just so I can
buy more healing items.
Buy some healing items, yeah, and maybe even talk to Jet, aka ROMARIA, and maybe recruit her, him,
them.
Them. But it's like it's really ROMARIA, but it's Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, someone cure me, will you?
Hate to break it to you, Jarvis, but you're poisoned forever now.
Yep. This is your wife now.
Yep.
Oh, hey, Franz.
Yeah.
Are you Jack? You're almost as small as me. You're a manlet, Jack.
Hi.
Alright. I already got the item that was up there. I think ROMARIA might be here. Yeah, there she is. But I first want to buy some healing items before I mess with her.
Okie dokie.
So I'm about to die. Not really, but you know. That's me being a drama queen. Maybe
Well,
get some cure drops too.
If you don't have upper slash yet, then you might not be able to take out Romaria.
I don't know.
Yeah, it could be rough then. Because if you can't just like stagger her with upper slash, you can kind of just heal off the damage that you do. Like, yes, you can knock her down with cyclone thrust as well, but it also like knocks her halfway across the map, so it's not as useful for like trying to stagger her.
Yeah. We wanna, and I don't have the almighty square link.
Indeed.
I guess I could cure. Little Jarvis.
It would be nice if there was a mod or like a way in the Cheat engine to allow you to play New Game Plus without actually having to load a completed file.
Yeah. There might be. I don't know what the parameter is that that tells us what New Game Plus is. Although with New Game Plus, there's also the whole thing where I'm just gonna do a quick save state because I don't want to fuck myself over.
Makes sense. I mean, I suppose in fairness, the reason why you have to load a file for New Game Plus is because your items and skills and stuff carry over, but I don't know, it would just be because most of your runs aren't New Game Plus, but I also know that you would enjoy the benefits of New Game Plus if you could have it more.
Fate Nightmare, I followed you 20 years ago and I just now caught you online. I know, right? I've been streaming for 84 years. It kind of makes me think of that whole joke with Steven Seagal. Just like how he'll like exaggerate or just make up things about his experience. Like, I've been a martial artist for 84 years, even though he's like not even that old. I've been practicing Aikido for, oh, wait, come back. But welcome in, Bay Nightmare. Glad you can finally make it after 20 years. Come back.
Darn it!
There comes the power of justice. Romaria super attack. You mean Jack super attack?
Yep.
At 25, he died of old age, making him the youngest person to ever die of old age. Oh yeah, that
I have to know what sounds are coming from Jack here.
What was that?
What sounds like what is Jack Romaria saying? Is it just like Jack's normal battle lines?
Yeah, his normal battle cries.
Gotcha. Yeah, you kicked her ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait on her. I wasn't careful. I was too busy not paying attention. So when I get upward slash, I'll give her another go.
Sounds good.
I visited many streams and even brought up RADIATA stories to past girls I've dated, and not one of knew of it, and I felt alone for a long time. Oh, I'm glad you were able to make it in.
Me too.
Thinking about, I'm just having this image of you. You know that meme of like the guy who's like explaining something to like some girl like at like looks like a sports game. He's just like getting up into her ear. It's just like, hey, where is that? Where's that meme? It's like me talking about RADIATA stories to anybody. Not you, but me. Talking to...
Yeah, I also felt alone as a RADIATA fan for quite some time, but then I found this community, and I'm very happy I found it.
This is it. I found it. Yeah, that's me talking about RADIATA stories to anybody. Yeah. Are you, by chance, part of the Discord? The RADIATA stories Discord? Yep, there is one. And I need to do my shameless plug of it. Go away, Tarantula! I Actually, you know what? I probably should fight that tarantula.
I mean, you know, it's
good for me. The experience is good for me.
But getting poisoned may not be good for you.
Yeah, that is true. Well, it's too late.
We're in the battle now, and we don't have a flea ball. But yeah, the tarantulas are just kind of douches that poison you constantly.
Also, I apologize for the loudness of Romaria's death cries or battle cries.
It's part of the experience.
You know, when Radiant Historia was announced, I was so excited. It's still a good game, but no RADIATA stories. I agree. Like it's like RADIATA stories in the sense that it has a split timeline, and Radiant Historia splits the timeline more places than just 2. However, it lacks the whole, like, you know, recruiting 177 some characters that RADIATA stories has, and I feel like part of the charm of RADIATA stories is just all the characters.
It also doesn't have enough elves that you can simp for.
Yeah, well, it does have the satyrs or whatever they're called.
Yeah, okay.
They're like, you know that thing that Phil from Hercules was. It's like a race of people like that.
Yeah, he's a satyr.
Yeah, satyr. I'm gonna kill this wolf for summoning more wolves. Get away from me. I'm not gonna heal you, Jarvis. You're on your own.
Jarvis can deal with it.
I did not realize the two were connected. They technically aren't, I mean, story-wise they're not, but a lot of the people from the development team for RADIATA Stories worked on Radiant Historia, and it is kind of similar to RADIATA Stories in some ways. Excuse me, it's turn-based rather than an action RPG.
Yeah. The biggest similarity is just that it almost sounds the same.
Yeah. And the split timeline, and also a couple of the main characters vaguely reminiscent of certain RADIATA Stories characters. Like, there's this one character, let me see if I can look it up. One character kind of reminds me of Gantz, and other character reminds me of Rinka.
Yeah, I think I remember them.
Yeah. Characters. Let's see. So, pull up a photo. Rainy. There's Rainy and Marco. So Rainy kind of reminds me of Rinka in a way. And then there's Marco, who is basically like Gantz.
Yeah, the design for Rainy isn't really that reminiscent, but
I mean, even like personality-wise, she's kind of like Rinka. She's like the kind of calm and collected one. Yeah.
Okay.
Radiant Historia even received a remaster, and this game did not. I know. Where's the justice? I mean, I know why this game didn't receive a remaster, and it's a little bit complicated, but basically because Tri-Ace and Square Enix worked on this game, one owns the rights to the characters, and the other one owns the rights to the story. But neither company owns the rights to both the story and the characters, so it's kind of like a licensing issue where like.
And apparently they're unwilling to work together again.
Yeah, I forget like why. Yeah, I think like one. I think it might be Trace, like isn't like it's like defunct or something like that, or like basically the people behind this game, or like some of the developers, are aware of the cult following that it has, and they would like to remaster it, but because of licensing issues, they can't.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks that they want to but can't. It's like,
Yeah.
I thought they just forgot about us, but no, they understand, but we're just boned anyway.
Yeah. They're cockblocked by legal stuff. I think it's okay, so who owns Star Ocean? Is it Trice or is it Square Enix?
I think it's Square Enix, isn't it?
I think it is, because I think Square Enix owns the rights to the characters, but Trice owns the rights to the story, and that's why, for example, in like Star Ocean and Menace, there was a Jack and Ridley, like cameo, and they've done like a couple things with Jack and Ridley as characters in like certain
really like obscure cameos in games here.
Yeah, like really obscure cameos in games like Star Ocean and Menace, and like I think there was another thing that they did.
Yeah, I think so. You wouldn't see them. You wouldn't see them making a cameo in a mainstream game like Genshin Impact or something.
Yeah, well, Genshin Impact is owned by a Chinese company.
Yeah, well, I mean that too. I was just joking. Like, not gonna see Jack and Ridley make a cameo in the big time.
Yeah. That looks like one of those Genshin Impacts. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, there was this story that was on Twitter where some guy was getting his gas lines checked out from, and like the guy who was checking out his gas lines had this Texan accent, and as he's like walking through the house, he sees OP's like I think it was like a Miku figure, and he's just like, that looks like one of those Genshin Impacts, and it's just like,
that looks like one of those Genshin Impacts.
Yeah, that looks like one of those Genshin Impacts.
Definitely, I had the same idea at the same
Yeah,
time.
I forgot I had that sound command. But he says in like a very Texas accent, and they can't help but imagine it being Hank Hill.
Yeah.
Not just like the fact that the guy had a Texas accent, but also the fact that he's like, inspecting the gas line, the propane lines.
Yeah,
it was very specifically propane.
Also, like the out-of-touch dad who's like, is that a Genshin Impact? It's a very Hank Hill kind of thing.
Yeah.
I like the music of this new generation. Who listens to Bobby's music is like, what the hell is this?
What game you playing, Bobby? Oh, good lord! It's okay, Dad. Lots of guys are doing it. He's got like the fucking like VR porn in the thing hooked up. It's okay, Dad. Speaking of like well-meaning, like supportive and like well-meaning parents who are just kind of a little bit out of touch, you guys are familiar with the anime Fooly Cooly, right? Or FLCO?
Very vaguely. I watched like one episode like 10 years ago.
Yeah. I think I like only watched one episode, but my mom picked up this Fooly Cooly DVD because she said like, oh, it looks like Spirited Away, because her only exposure to anime is Studio Ghibli movies. She's like, oh, it looks like Spirited Away, and I was watching it, and it was just like showing like, it wasn't like sexual, but like, you know, you got characters like smoking cigarettes and like you know, slightly like sexual references. I'm just like, this is not like Spirited Away, Mom.
Yeah. How old were you when she got that for you?
Maybe like 11 or 12.
Oh God.
Or like, for example, whenever I listen to the type of metal music that me and Devin like one time I was driving my dad to the airport and I put on some Sabaton. He said that, he's like, what is this, Halloween music? I'm like, it's Sabaton. How does this sound like Halloween music?
Yeah, I mean, it's very epic, but not like creepy.
Yeah, it's not creepy. I mean, I could understand if I was listening to something like The Birthday Massacre or some like goth music.
Yeah.
Some dark wave music, but
I'm like really degenerate when it comes to music, so like I'll hear some songs that I absolutely love, and then I'll just be like too lazy or too busy to check out the artist more. So like I have only heard a few Sabaton songs. I've never actually checked out like a full album or anything, but I've absolutely loved all of the songs that I have heard, so I should really check them out more.
yeah, I know you probably heard the one that like is used in a lot of memes. It's the one that's like, what's that song, Devin? They used it in like in some video game, like was it Call of Duty or something like that? Primo Victoria. Like Primo Victoria.
Gotcha. What was the one that I heard that I really liked? The Last Stand. I really love that song.
Maybe it wasn't. Oh, wait, the last time. Maybe it wasn't. Primo Victoria. Steel Commanders was it? Where was it? Well, The Last Stand is also a popular one, but there was one that was like. I guess Steel Commanders, sorry. Last Stand.
I think
Swedish Pagans is also a really popular one.
Awesome. I think the Last Stand has like niche popularity and like video game shitposting and whatnot, because the Last Stand is like about the warriors of the church who were standing against all odds. So like if there's like a meme video about like a cleric, then you may have that song playing.
I know that Swedish Pagans is a song that like Sabaton, the band, they don't dislike it, but like they definitely don't think it's their best song, but they play it at all their concerts because fans love it so much. Like, okay, you guys want to hear Swedish Pagans again? Like, yeah!
Well, good on them for giving the people what they want.
Yeah. On the flip side, there's another Sabaton song that they personally like, but like they kind of refrain from playing it because it's kind of controversial. Everyone thinks is the Crusades.
What's the controversial song that they don't want to play?
It's Wehrmacht.
Oh, okay.
Wehrmacht, and also isn't like Panzerkampf another I think it's like Panzerkampf and Wehrmacht. And the song is like the tune is a banger, but also like why it's controversial.
Fair enough.
And the thing about Sabaton is they a lot of their music is about historical battles, mostly revolving around like World War I and World War II. They purposefully don't talk about like more recent wars, for a couple of reasons. Like one, it's like, you know, it's still like ongoing events, so like things are still yet to unfold and like kind of you know, marinate, I guess, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But also it's just that you kind of like tread a very fine line when talking about current conflicts. So they talk a lot, they sing a lot about like World War I and World War II, and naturally when you're talking about World War II, Nazis are going to come up. But like, and people who hear Sabaton songs but don't understand where the band stands will like be like, they sung about Nazis, that means they're a Nazi band. It's like, no, they're basically like, their songs are basically like, you know, like, look at this, they're supposed to, it's, you know,
It's like saying that your history teacher is a Nazi because they taught you about the Nazis.
Right. And even like some of their songs like kind of talk shit about them, because it's like, yeah, like, you know, it's like they're supposed to last 1,000 years, but they barely lasted a decade. So like, so much for the superior race.
Yeah.
But you know, people who just have a very baseline understanding and don't want to have a nuanced take on things, are just like, there are a couple about terrorism during the early 2000s and one about Desert Storm. Yeah. So I mean, I think like they do talk about like fairly recent wars, but like they kind of stay away from that. But yeah, like their songs are basically just history lessons.
Yeah, which I respect the hell out of it.
We are not prepared. Alright, you idiot. I'm gonna heal you. Give you your fucking cheer drop. Moron. The Wehrmacht postulates the question about who exactly should hold the blame of what happened in Germany during World War II, and which is something that causes a lot of controversy if brought up. Yeah. It's sort of like with the whole, like countries that have forced conscription and countries in general that don't have a lot of freedom of expression and freedom of speech. Like, you can be totally opposed to like what Russia's doing. It's like fucking shitty, but also like you can't be too hard on regular Russian people for not speaking out about it, because people who do speak out about it and who protest get put in jail, and their stuff happens to their family, and so they understandably are you know, they don't. I think Americans and like people in the Western world take the freedoms that we have for granted. Like, we can say, oh yeah, like the president's a dick and I don't agree with what we're doing in, you know, overseas, but at least, you know, you're not gonna, you know, get put in jail for it.
Yeah. I deeply respect the people who are willing to speak out about these things even when they're risking their own safety, but not everybody has that kind of courage, and that's okay.
Yeah. Who was that leveled up? It was me. But not Jarvis. He's gotta wait.
How much longer does he have to wait for?
Let me check. I don't think he has too much longer.
He could get fully healed before the crocodile fight. That would be ideal.
Yeah, hopefully. I really don't want to have to carry him.
Yep. It does sound like an uncomfortable and complicated question. Not the question of whether we should heal Jarvis or not, but what Devin's talking about.
Yeah. Jarvis, well, the uncomfortable question is whether or not we should waste an herb extract on Jarvis. And whether he's deserving of it, because I mean, yeah, he's the leader, and yeah, he's been helping us fight, but he's also kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got only 400 left, so I'll get into another fight.
Yeah. Like, I can understand not seeing him as super useful, but the reality is, if you don't have him alive for the crocodile fight, you're probably gonna die.
Yeah.
Because the crocodile is kind of hard to solo with, like, low levels and not any, like, crazy new equipment. Crocodile hits fucking hard, and it's hard to just, like, dodge all its attacks and run around it without, like, somebody else alive to distract it, so.
We need him as a decoy.
Yeah. He also does do very good damage to the crocodile because it's a water element creature and he has a fire element sword.
That is true, and well, actually, I take that back. Romaria, even though she as a character has fire element, we're using Jack's moveset and weapons, so not really.
Yeah, if you could use Romaria's moveset, that would make the game a lot easier.
Yeah.
You just heal yourself whenever you wanted to.
Don't mind me, I'm just looking for a fight.
Seems like we already killed most of the creatures around here.
Yeah. Well, except for that one.
Oh, there we go. Perfect.
Alright.
Because of the lag, that I experienced watching the stream instead of the Discord call, I'm like, oh, it doesn't seem like there are any creatures around here. And you're like, oh, except for that one. I'm like, what creature? Anything on screen for like 5 seconds. I was just like, maybe he probably found something. I'll see it in a few seconds.
It's like, I know something that you don't.
Yeah.
Alright, Jarvis. Don't disappoint me. Oh, he's so close. He's got 199 left.
Alright, well, we could probably pull that off in one more battle of that caliber, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, actually, hey. Problem solved.
What'd you find?
A healing circle.
Oh, right, the healing circle, of course. Yeah, that's fair. I'll have to put my baby to bed. If you're offline when I get back, then GG, and we'll miss you while you're away.
Yeah.
You and Dev have a good time.
I plan to still be live for maybe about another 15 minutes. So, but we'll see. Maybe I'll just wrap it up after. I do want to at least recruit Jack with this.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh yeah, if you don't get back before stream ends, then have a good night, World's Best Dad.
Hey Sarge, is that one?
Huh?
I was also confused by that. Are you and Devin going somewhere?
Okay. Come on, Jack.
Oh no, Devin and I are just, we're here.
He said we'll miss you while you're away, so he kind of implied that you guys were going somewhere.
Oh. I don't know. Jarvis, use your Volty that you don't have.
Yep.
I guess I must have misread one of the stream schedule posts. Maybe? I know that I'm probably not going to be able to stream much this month. but I just have a lot of work. I'll still be here, I'll still be at home, I'm just gonna be working. Actually, this is actually pretty clutch. The fact that I can just stunlock this Crocodile.
Yeah, this is working out quite well. Jarvis is piling on the damage. Like, you're not doing a lot of damage, but you're stunlocking and Jarvis is piling on the damage. That was a pretty easy fight.
Yeah. Yeah, we make a good team.
You think this'll be good enough? I'll be damned if I can tell the difference between them.
It's perfect, boss. Come on.
Oh, gotcha, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's take this to Anastasia.
Sir.
Yeah, I'll try to, I might have some time to stream in October, and like maybe a little bit at the end of September, but no, we'll play it by ear. I'm gonna release the schedule for next week.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
And I'll still be streaming at least once every week. I've been considering upgrading that to like twice a week, but I have been pretty busy myself recently with a lot of stuff to do. But I'll still be streaming at least once a week and catch some more RADIATA next week.
Yep. And I hope to be on many, if not all, of Ad's streams, and I'll still be doing movie nights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think for my next stream, you mentioned that this upcoming Tuesday works and then you just won't be able to do Tuesdays for a while after that, right?
Yeah, for like a couple of weeks.
Okie doke.
And to beam ourselves to Anastasia's office.
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean, not at all. Okay.
Yeah, that stunlocking the Crocodile thing worked especially well because, like I said, Cyclone Thrust usually, like it knocks people off their feet, but it also sends them halfway across the map, but the Crocodile was too heavy to push anywhere, so you're just knocking him down, as if you were using Upper Splash effectively, which is very helpful.
Just past 6 p.m., but luckily that doesn't matter because Anastasia has no schedule when we have Crocodile to deliver.
Yeah, you could come to her room at like midnight and she'd be ready to appraise the skin.
Oh, wrong room. This is Grant's room. Or not Dwight. Not Grant, Dwight. Well, Dwight and Grant.
Yeah, more so Dwight. Grant is just the lackey.
These are the chambers of Our Lady Anastasia, of the Sacred Elashian Order. She is certainly not accustomed to dealing with riffraff. What is it that you want?
Riffraff? Sheesh, nice welcome. Lady, it was you who called us, okay?
We are the Hecton squad of Theater Vancoor. We're here about the Crocodile.
Oh, of course. Wait here.
What's her problem?
Enter.
Welcome, good warriors. I am Anastasia Ryan. I am sure you have heard of me. I see that you have been struck dumb by my beauty. It happens all the time.
Yes, indeed, Lady Anastasia.
Beauty?
Hope we get a skin with the croissant or
Now,
whatever.
now, Elena, that is enough.
Yes, Lady Anastasia.
Now, where is the
You mentioned that
propagator
you
hide
want
that is going to
to,
make Anastasia rich?
This is it.
what was I gonna say? Words are failing me because I'm just really tired.
That's fair.
You mentioned that you wanted to recruit Romaria, but not necessarily like do a full playthrough of this, so it might not matter if you get the additional money or not.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna find out. This is the moment of truth.
Hey,
Indeed.
what's she doing?
She is appraising the hide. Lady Anastasia has a remarkable eye for quality.
Oh, really? You sure she's not just faking it?
If you're rude to her ladyship one more time, you'll have seen your last sunrise, smart
So,
boy.
Romaria, are you
Do
feeling
not
lucky?
worry. When it comes to crocogators, no one has more discerning judgment than I.
I wonder.
Elena!
We got the bad one.
Yes, Lady Anastasia.
I think James said that it's like a 1 in 10 chance that you'll get the good one.
Yeah,
Like
most runs you will fail to get the one that she wants.
What's this?
But I think like he did he like crunched the numbers and it is like 1 out of 10.
Yeah. Which sounds accurate, because
Is a very
9 times out of 10 you're not gonna get it. That sounds about right to me.
Did you even look at it properly?
Oh yeah, seeing how Romaria would have, seeing Romaria's reaction to the good hide would have been fun. Like her dancing around Jack.
I'm actually, yeah, now I'm curious. I think, wait a second. I think, give me a second. If I open up Cheat Engine, or Cheat Engine, there it is. I think there might be a parameter that I can check.
Yeah, I think so, right?
Yeah, I think.
Does Cheat Engine work with like Romaria stories?
If you let's see. Give me a second. Yeah, because this is the original version of RADIATA stories. It's just patched.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Legacy file.
I don't remember there being a parameter in Cheat Engine specifically that let you do that, but maybe James patched one in. I do remember he had some way of manipulating the odds.
Yeah. I feel like trying to figure it out now. My cheat engine is not really working right now. Or not, it's not that cheat engine is not working, it's just that it's not. Code list, yes. When I click enable, it's not expanding.
I see. Yeah, maybe because we're already in a cutscene or something, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I would like to see that though.
Yeah, it would be fun.
Don't be so.
If you don't like it, try doing a proper job in the first place. It seems the guild
Once I get out of this cutscene, I'll
I don't believe this.
I'll see if I can get cheat engine to work again.
If you wanted to reload, how far back would we be? When was your last save state? Again?
Just right before the Crocagator fight.
Going to pay for
Yeah,
skipping
okay.
out on the mission.
Yes, sir.
So not too
I'll
bad.
accept any punishment
Yeah,
you
it's not
choose.
too bad.
But did you get it? The crocagator?
Of course. It was our job.
I knew it.
Why you moping? It's just an overgrown lizard.
Just an overgrown lizard? Animals are living creatures too!
Sure, but come on. You eat meat, don't you?
I do not! I don't eat meat! I couldn't do that! Not in front of Isabella!
Say, Daniel, we've been wondering, who's this
Did you see how
Isabella you
ROMARIA
keep
was
talking about?
Isabella is the name of my pet crocagator. She's been with me since I was little. Huh? Why are you looking at me like that? Isabella is one of the family.
Daniel?
I'll never ever hunt crocagator's, no matter how many times you ask. I won't do it even if you fire me. Try it and see!
Boy, the kid is pretty ticked off.
Yeah, seriously.
Anyway, the squad mission is done. That'll be all for today. You're dismissed.
Yes, sir.
End cutscene end. Okay. Now. Let's try it again. Not sure if I should do the one. Still not working. Maybe the legacy version?
You may have to try like posing cheat engine and then booting it back up.
That's what I did.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Cheat engine, why you do this? I shouldn't say that, it's not cheat engine's fault. I don't know, maybe it is because it's a patched version of the game.
Did you load the folder first or the process first?
I loaded the folder first.
Okay, yeah, I think that usually works best.
But no.
I guess try so you could create a separate save state here on like a separate slot and then load back to before the crocodile fight, collapse all like enable things and then try and reopen them and see if cheat engine cooperates.
Yeah. Do you have cheat engine open at the moment?
I do not, no.
Okay.
But that is like a trick I've used before.
Okay. Because I'm wondering if you can at least see if there even is a parameter that lets us change the crocodile outcome.
Sure. Yeah, I can look into that. I'll have to, I think, load the game in order to manipulate stuff. So let me just mute myself in the call for a bit so people don't hear crazy while I load up.
Yeah.
I muted myself in the middle of my sentence and I was like, wait.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll mute and I'll investigate.
Yeah, I got you. I'm thinking, also I'm just gonna try again, like, to stun lock this thing. Not working as well as I was.
You think this will be good enough? I'll be damned if I can tell the difference between them.
I'm gonna do... Because the outcome of the crocodile hide is determined right here. It says obtain crocodile hide. So we can go back and see if we get a different outcome. And I can just keep on trying it until we get it. Alternatively. And I have the time. Anyway, how's everyone's evening going? Second attempt at Propagator Hide. Just turbo through all of this. Doing good, Devin? You doing good back there? Good. Good.
Welcome, good. I see. Yes. Beauty. No, what now? Yes, now.
This is it.
Hey, she's a. Oh? If you're rude, do not. When it comes to crocodilators, no one has more discerning judgment than I.
I wonder.
Alright, I'm back. I checked the parameters, and at least on my version of Cheat Engine, there's no way to just hack the Crocodile High again.
Yes, Lady Anastasia.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
That's alright.
Yes, my lady.
What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna keep on doing this over and over again.
Alright, Godspeed.
Because, okay. Because if you do it enough times, you eventually will get it.
Yeah, but like, the thing about a 1 in 10 chance is you're like, okay, if I do it 10 times, I'll get it, right? But like, probability doesn't necessarily work that way. You could have to do it 20 times before you get it.
I know.
It could
I
be
know.
really rough.
That's 2 out of 3. Let me be hopeful. Let
Yeah.
me dream.
I will let you dream.
Excuse me.
I don't know if you could get Cheat Engine working again, but I do believe that there is at least a parameter for the feather earring, so you could like combine the feather earring and turbo, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think you'll just make it only an inkling of a difference.
Fair.
It's a drop in the bucket.
The feather earring is gonna speed up the cutscenes anyway.
Yeah. Gotta use the speedrunner button pressing thumb.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Hey, what's she doing?
She's a pretty.
Oh?
If you're rude to her, do not. When it comes to
I wonder.
Elena.
No.
Yes, Lady Anastasia.
Because of the lag, I can't see her decision, but I just hear you go no, and I know we have failed.
Yeah. We have failed time and time again.
Yep.
And the thing about patches is that I feel like the good Propagator Hide was a patch that James did, but the thing about patches is that you can't patch a game, or you can't patch a version of the game that's already patched. You have to patch the original version that's untouched. So you can't put a patch on top of a patch. You can't stack them.
So when games like what do I want to say, like big games that have ongoing patch support, like Splatoon and Overwatch and Baldur's Gate and whatnot, when they have like patch 5, patch 6, patch 7, etc., each of those is just them patching the base game again the whole way through. It's not like them building off of the last patch.
Oh, I'm more just talking about RADIATA, but RADIATA story specifically.
Oh, okay.
I assume with games like online games that are patched, they write their code in such a way that it will work with patches that have already been added. But since I don't really know too much about coding, but I think with I'm just gonna let the cutscene play.
What's her problem?
Yeah, no reason not to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know much about cooking either.
Welcome, good warriors. I am Anastasia Ryan. I see that you have been...
Yes, indeed.
Beauty?
No one's talking.
Now.
Yes, Lady Anna.
Now, where is the crocodile?
This is it.
Because I think like the developers, since they have the source code, they can like they have everything that they need to make it work properly. But since James is not part of the RADIATA Stories development team, he's just a guy. He doesn't have like, you know, access to that stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. That makes sense.
So sometimes things can go a little buggy.
Hey,
she's a pretty.
Oh, really?
If you're rude to her ladyship,
Do not when it comes to
I wonder.
Elena.
It's like, I know that it's the bad hide. Excuse me. I know it's the bad hide when she doesn't do that statement. She's like, "Oh, this is it."
Right.
If she just puts it down and looks up normally, it's the bad one.
Gotcha.
Road state. I'm gonna spend the rest of the stream trying to get the good cutscene.
I'm okay with that.
Got nothing else to do.
Yep. Your stream, you do what you want to do with it.
My stream, my rules.
Oh yeah.
Alright, let's go. What attempt is this? Like, what number? Is this like 4 or 5 or something?
I haven't been keeping track, but yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I've lost track myself. Gotta watch this cutscene for the 10 millionth time. Maybe it is. Yeah, I think this is the 5th. We need to see Romaria's excited eyes.
Yeah, that will be worth it, hopefully.
Hopefully. Hopefully it's not anticlimactic.
I see. Yes. Beauty. No one. Now. Yes. Now.
This is it.
It's like after Jack says, "I wonder."
Hey.
She's a pretty.
Oh.
If you do not when it comes to. Elena.
Damn it.
Yes, Lady Anastasia.
No. No.
It's perfect, boss. Come on, let's get home.
Yeah, I can't see the I can't see the result most of the time. I just see like Elena saying she is appraising the hide, and then you're just like, no.
I spoil it for you.
Indeed.
I mean, I do know, if there's one thing I do know, is that the, whether or not you get the good Crocodile hide is determined when that little blip of, like, obtain Crocodile hide appears on screen.
Yeah, thanks to James, we know a lot more about the inner workings of the Crocodile hide.
Yeah. So I thought it was, I wasn't sure if it was something that was determined when you triggered the cutscene with Anastasia, or if it was something like when she finished the fight, or whatever.
Yeah, I also wouldn't have been sure, and I may have assumed that it was Rogue 4 during the Anastasia cutscene, but we know it's Rogue 4 at the time of the Crocodile.
Hydrate time. I don't know, like I'm kind of starting to second guess myself. Like, what if it is determined during the fight, and I fucked up everything? Hoping not.
Yeah, I don't think it's determined during the fight, but I'm a little worried that since your save state is like right before the thing pops on screen, maybe the odds aren't changing just because it's so close to the like event flag. I'm not really explaining myself well, but.
Hey, what's she doing?
She's appraising the height.
Oh, really?
If you're rude to her,
But of course, just because we failed like 5 attempts doesn't mean we've fucked it up. That just means we're suffering for the 10%.
Yeah. Yes, Lady Anastasia.
The 10% is fucking us over.
Yes, my lady.
Yep.
Sir.
You know, sometimes we get luckier than others, and sometimes luck runs out.
Yeah. I've never really just ground this out over and over to try and get the high, so you know more about the propagator process than I do.
I like to hope that I do. I like to think that I didn't fuck up.
I hope so. If we had James with us right now, we could know for sure, but, you know, he's a busy lad, has other stuff to do as well.
Yeah. Such is life.
What's her problem?
Indeed.
Come on.
I see.
Come on.
Beauty?
No, it.
Now?
Yes, Lady Anastasia.
Now, where is the propagator?
This is it.
Make my day, Anastasia.
Hey.
She's a pretty.
Oh?
If you're rude to her,
Do not when it comes to propagator.
I wonder.
Elena.
yes, Lady Anastasia. Yes, my lady.
No. No.
Sir.
If I don't get it by the end of the stream, I'm just gonna call it an L, I suppose.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I still have time.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if I turbo. Oops. I apologize to the people watching who may be bored by this.
That is okay.
In the meantime, what can we have idle chatter about? Any plans for the weekend? It is Friday, after all.
That is true. Gonna hang out with a couple of friends. Gonna keep taking care of the dog, because the folks still need me to do that. They've been away for a while. And hopefully get some schoolwork done and try and create the thumbnail for the next RADIATA stream. So lots to do this weekend. May not get around to doing all of it, but yeah, should be fun.
That's good. Yeah, how long have your parents been gone?
Like 2 weeks and a half-ish.
Gotcha.
And so it's just been me taking care of the dog all that time.
Oh, really? You sure she's not just faking it?
If you're rude to her, lady,
Do not when it comes to.
I want.
He's high energy, high maintenance.
Yeah. Hi, everything.
Yep.
Why does this game hate me?
I'm telling you, man, that 10% seems a lot more promising than it actually is.
Mm-hmm.
I've played turn-based RPGs that have like percent chances to hit, like Fire Emblem and Pokemon, and 10% chance will absolutely screw you over more times than should be reasonable.
Yeah. You're gonna find me rocking back and forth in a corner going 10%, 10%, 10%.
Yeah. You're gonna need Macadamia to be your therapist after this.
Yeah. I'm gonna sit on the couch. Or way on the couch, I guess.
Yeah, what's Macadamia up to, actually? We haven't talked about Macadamia all stream, which is unusual, because we usually talk about her at some point.
Yeah, she's laying in between these two throw pillows.
Oh, okay.
I'll show you. Like, yeah, she's just kind of laying in the crevice.
Aw.
Silly cat. Kitty. Hi, kitty.
There she be. There she be. There she is.
She's like, what do you want? I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
I saw this post on Reddit. It was like the one orange brain cell subreddit. Someone was asking if it's normal for cats to sleep a lot, and one of my favorite comments was like, "Oh, absolutely. In fact, they sleep for upwards of 30 to 35 hours a day. They even manipulate the fabric of space and time just so that they can get more sleep."
Yeah, sounds about right.
Now, where is the crocodile?
This is it.
Hey, what'd she do?
She has a praising dog.
Oh, really?
If you're rude to her ladyship,
Do not worry. When it comes to crocodilators, no one has more discerning judgments than I.
I wonder.
Elena.
Doggone it. Dadgummit.
Sir.
Dadgummit.
It's not even about the money, it's about crazed dancing Romaria.
Yeah. I don't even care about the money. I can just in the money.
Yep.
I don't care about 10,000 doggos. I just want to see Romaria's crazed face. I want to see Crazy Eyes Romaria. I want that cutscene.
It's a noble dream.
Gotta keep the dream alive.
Indeed. Kind of a random question, but just trying to make conversation amidst all this. Who's your favorite Zelda character?
Zelda character? It's kind of hard to pick one. Because, I mean, I don't know. I feel like Zelda doesn't really have great NPC development or character development with their NPCs.
They make some pretty memorable NPCs, but they don't necessarily have like character development.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Zora Link, especially in the 3DS version, is chef's kiss.
Oh, there you go. There's your answer.
Yeah. Link, but only in Zora form.
Yeah.
And only in the 3DS version.
What's her problem?
I see.
Yes.
You.
No, it.
Now.
Yes.
Now.
This is it.
Hey.
She's a.
Oh.
If you're rude to her ladyship,
Do not worry. When it comes to crocodilators, no.
I wonder.
I'm quite fond of a lot of the Wind Waker cast. Like Wind Waker has one of my favorite Links up there for Zelda's, and absolutely my favorite iteration of Ganondorf in the series.
Yeah. The Rito in Wind Waker were pretty cool. They're basically evolved Zoras, so that's why they're so hot.
There you go.
Stupid sexy bird people. Stupid sexy fish people. Alright.
Rogue's best dad is gonna come back to the stream and just be like, "Dear God, what is happening here?"
Dear God, what is happening in there? I am having an existential crisis right now. Because I'm not getting the cutscene that I want, no matter how many times I try.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm doubting myself. I'm wondering if I did something wrong.
These are just riffraff. We are the... What's her?
At least we do have like a stop time limit where you're not like, oh, I'm gonna do this for the next like 4 hours, just like, you know, just until the end of the stream.
Yeah, that's true. Good thing I decided to do this or save it till the end.
Yeah.
Do not when it comes to Crocagator.
I wonder.
Elena.
Load state. This is getting annoying.
Indeed.
Sir.
Superstition on my part, but I was hoping that maybe, just maybe, if I stalled for a bit on that screen, that it maybe it's gonna help my chances.
Yeah.
I doubt that it'll do anything, but oh well.
When desperate times strike, we avail ourselves of superstition. Like very famously, when people are trying to catch Pokemon that have low catch rates, they're like, hold A and B and they'll stay on the ball, and believe it or not, that is not scientifically proven.
I saw this thing where somebody, back when Pokemon Go first took off, there's like some guy who had like a shit ton of phones and was just like farming Pokemon trying to get a shiny. I have to admire the grind and the dedication.
He knows what he wants.
I see. Yes, beauty.
And he had this like contraption. It was like a bunch of phone stands that were all connected to each other, and he's just like, you know, going.
Hey, what you doing?
It's like, looks like he's preparing for the end of the world.
Yeah, pretty much.
I want.
Elena.
Oh. No. No, it's hold A until the Pokeball sucks the Pokemon in, then switch to B. That definitely works.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and you know, if you just, you know, go to the nearest wall and bash your head against it, that'll increase your chances even better.
Yeah,
even
pretty
more.
much. If you shoot the Pokemon with a gun, then you can catch them while they're lying limp on the ground.
I might have to take the L for this one.
Yeah. I mean, if we're going for like the 3 hours, then we've got like 10 minutes left.
No, you gotta go outside and slam your hand on a corner door. Works every time.
Yep.
Do the car salesman thing.
Alright, well, whether we win or lose, 10 more minutes of suffering.
Yeah.
What's her problem?
Whether it doesn't matter whether we win or lose, it's what you do with those dancing shoes.
Indeed.
Welcome. I see.
Yes.
Beauty.
No one.
Now.
Yes.
One of these attempts, absolutely nothing different is going. There's going to be absolutely nothing different on my screen, but you're just going to like scream yes.
Yeah.
Lady Anastasia has a remarkable eye for
At least with the delay.
Yeah.
rude to her ladyship one more time, you'll have seen your last.
Do not worry. When it comes to crocodilators,
I wonder.
Elena.
You. Why do you hate me? What did I ever do to you?
Sir.
I'll recruit Jack in the next room.
Sounds good.
Yep, there we go. Hoping you guys at least get some sort of entertainment out of this. Probably not, but you never know.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the gameplay isn't that exciting, but we're just chilling.
Yeah. Just chilling. Chilling like a villain. Yep, we're still going, unfortunately. I've been trying for so long to get the good Crocagator hide cutscene.
Yeah, we've been grinding.
I wouldn't necessarily even say grinding, I'm just in a vain attempt, just reloading save states, hoping that this time it's gonna work.
What's she doing?
Yeah, not grinding for experience or anything, just grinding the same cutscene over and over again.
You're rude to her ladyship one more.
Do not worry. When it comes to crocodilators, no one has more discerning judgment than I.
I wonder.
Elena.
Please. Please. I feel like I might have messed something up with the...
Sir.
Yeah, but it's equally possible that you have done absolutely nothing wrong.
Yeah. Hashtag Algandars did nothing wrong.
Yeah. Except for, you know, like, killing a lot of people.
Yeah, you know. That's how it is. Everybody dies. It's just a part of life. Anyway, how did your baby get to sleep? Did they go peacefully?
Did they go peacefully? It just sounds like they passed away.
No, I didn't mean it like that. It just makes me. I was thinking about that scene from Mrs. Doubtfire where Robin Williams' character is like doing different impressions of like various nannies. It's just like, I have to ask, are your children well behaved? Do they need a few smacks now and then? Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, all went well and your baby's sleeping well.
Sleeping like a baby, you could say.
Sleeping like a baby, as babies often do.
Indeed.
What's her problem?
Welcome. I see.
Yes.
Beauty.
No one.
Now.
Yes.
Now.
This is it.
Please. Please.
What's she doing?
She's a pretty.
Oh.
If you're rude,
Do not when it comes. Elena.
Yes,
Oh.
Lady Anastasia. Yes, my lady.
One more time. I'm gonna do it one more time. And if I don't get it,
Mary.
it's a no. It's a no in my book.
Alright. Have a bean boozled for luck.
Alright, thank you. What kind of bean boozle do you want me to eat? Do you want me to eat the regular ones, the birdie bots, the spicy ones, or the boba tea ones?
I feel like you've been doing the boba a lot, so how about a regular one?
A regular one? Okay. And now, for step 2, I have to reach over and find them. I reorganized my candy shelf. Things are a bit lost.
No worries. Yeah, world's best gag. We did think about that, but like our friend James Jarek in the Discord said that the Crocodile hide is determined after the fight, so theoretically we should be doing it right. We shouldn't be doing anything wrong. But.
More specifically, it's determined when that little that little notification shows up that says obtain Crocodile hide on a blank screen.
Yeah, James has like been big into the code, so his information is fairly good. We may be doing something wrong, but we're fairly sure we're doing it the right way.
Okay, this one. Now going to the Bean Boozled. This is either, I can't really tell because there's like 4 ones that kind of vaguely look alike. Either dead fish, strawberry banana smoothie, barf, or peach.
Oh no.
So,
that's quite the choice, isn't it?
Focus, yeah, that's too much light.
If you get peach or strawberry banana smoothie, I say we get the crocodile hide, and if you get like barf, then probably we get the bag hide.
Well, yeah, I guess we'll find out.
The luck of the draw is represented by this being. Okay, I don't think we caught the good one.
No. No, I'm not okay. I'm not gonna get my good crocodile hide.
Oh no. I didn't realize that the regular ones also had some fucked up flavors. I wasn't trying to make you suffer.
Oh yeah, that's the whole point of being boozled, is that some of them are reasonable and some of them are fucked up.
Yeah. I know you don't like the sour candies as much, so I was like, oh, let's give him a bean boozle, that'll cheer him up, and then he's got a really fucked up flavor.
Well, to be more precise, I mean, like, it's just the really sour ones, the really sour candies that I have a hard time with. But the other ones are fine.
I don't think we're getting the good. I don't think we're getting the good crocodile.
Yeah. Okay. The luck of the draw.
Yep.
The luck of the Irish.
Well, I am part Irish, so see how my luck holds up, I guess.
Yeah, that's alright. I'm Irish too, so
there you go.
I will contribute my luck to myself.
There you go.
And Devin's part Irish too. And well, you know what they say. Brains only get you so far. Luck always runs out.
Mm-hmm.
I am Polish, but I'm also Irish.
Anything else in the mix as well?
German.
Oh, there you go.
Czech.
These are the chambers of Our Lady Anastasia, of the Sacred Elashian Order. She is certainly not accustomed to dealing with riffraff.
Riffraff?
We are
What's her?
How about you, Ed?
Irish and English, mostly.
Nice.
Maybe a bit of Scottish, it's unclear.
Welcome. I see that you have been struck dumb by...
Yes, indeed, Lady Anastasia.
Alright, let's see.
No one's talking to you.
Now, Elena, that is enough.
Yes, Lady Anastasia.
Now, where is the crocagator hide that is going to make
Like the
Anastasia
flower white sleeve
rich?
showing up seems cozy. It is. I was going for a really kind of City of Flowers look.
Yeah, the aesthetic's great.
I even have a flower crown.
Excellent.
That lights up.
Hey, what's she doing?
She is appraising the hide. Lady Anastasia has a remarkable eye for quality.
Oh, really? You sure she's not just faking it?
If you're rude to her ladyship one more time, you'll have seen your last sunrise, smart boy.
Do not worry. When it comes to crocagators, no one has more discerning judgment than I.
I wonder.
Elena!
Well,
Yes, Lady Anastasia.
Nostradamus, you predicted it.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, sadly. That's okay. I'm just gonna load my state that,
Your payment.
that was after this. I'm gonna go home and save.
Yeah, go home and save and also cry into the bed for a while.
Cry over a tub of ice cream.
Yeah.
I did keep the save state, the other one that's like for you know, before we get the crocodile hide, so maybe, just maybe,
that's good.
Just in case, you know, maybe for, you know, just a little bit for later.
I know, I know it's kind of dangerous to suggest to you that you have multiple save states because you have saved over the wrong one before, but it can be good to have multiple save states.
Yeah, it can be. I've made mistakes in my life that I regret.
Yeah, haven't we all?
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's gonna be all for tonight. We didn't get what we wanted out of the crocodile hide cutscene thing, but, you know, we had a good run.
Indeed.
Anyway, that's gonna be all for tonight. Ad, do you want to plug your next stream?
Yeah. I'll be streaming RADIATA stories again on Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Central Time. And we didn't kill the Ethereal Queen last time. Speaking of mistakes and regrets that we have, I was so close and then I fucked up and died. So we're gonna get our revenge on the Ethereal Queen and maybe go on to fight Quasar as well. We'll see.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, it should be fun.
As for... Let's see. As for the next stream, again, like I said, September is going to be a really busy month. I could potentially stream on Wednesday, next Wednesday, but like, I don't know, I also kind of want to give myself some time to just decompress before I have a 5-day stretch of just non-stop work.
Yeah, that's totally understandable.
But we'll see. But yeah. I'm gonna release the schedule for next week, because again, even though I'm not streaming, movie night is still gonna happen, and of course there's ad stream on Tuesday. I'm gonna release that tomorrow morning, and I will see you when I see you.
Yeah. See you when we see you, and have a good night, everybody. Take care.
Take care, everybody.